The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ros.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Go get, would you want to go get some Krispy Kreme donuts and bring them in? There's one in Rockland. I guess you get like a dozen free donuts. I knowing I was recorded, I said something back that I know can't be played on the air.
Oh, because I think of several.
Oh, it's just like Doug?
Just like him.
I can think of several responses.
I don't know why. Oh, hey, after down 9. I know I've asked that before.
For the 20th time now.
Yes.
I feel like it's more than 20.
I took the over.
I don't know why the suggestion thing got to me a little bit. Like, say what you want. But we always start at 6-ish.
Start at 6.
Yeah.
I would say we start a little before 6.
That's what I would say.
This is Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Why is your door closed, by the way? When you have your door closed this early, that tells me you don't want to talk to me.
Well, I thought you were going to come in and grab me and shock me like you usually do in the morning without, my consent.
It sounds like his door's open. I can hear him.
Are you at a Winco or something?
Why?
Why does it sound weird?
It sounds windy.
Well, anyways, I followed your instructions, and I have donuts that I was going to deliver to you, but I didn't want to open the door.
You got donuts?
Yeah.
You got the donuts?
You asked me to. It's National Kindness Day.
Oh, my God.
So I was
You
going
got us donuts?
I hate them.
I was going to open the door and give them to you. So if you want to come down to the stage.
Hey,
what?
this is better than you helping keep the Kings in Sacramento.
Is it?
And this is better than you helping
Wow.
get a 12,000 seat stadium in the rail yards.
Wow. That's
Man,
This is the real reason the city needs to erect a statue to you.
Well, could you please come get them so I don't eat them?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Okay. They're
What a
here.
guy.
All right. Take care. Bye. That went so much better than I thought
Man.
it would. That went
I just
so
want to
much
say,
better.
I want to say, like, Tom, just think for half a
Just
second.
half a second.
He's running.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant I didn't get them. Hey, I got your kindness hanging.
There's no donuts?
There are donuts.
Where?
I'd probably at the donuts.
You didn't get
No.
Did you just flat lie to me?
Yeah. You know why?
You're still fast.
Because you said 6 a.m. was a suggestion. That got to me. Go ahead. You said 6 a.m. the start of your show is kind of a suggestion.
Well,
I mean, we may be unprofessional. excuse me. I may be unprofessional, disorganized. I may come off, but we always do start on time.
Jason, 6 o'clock, straight up.
Sometimes early, Chris.
Most of the time early.
He said most of the time early. You don't have headphones in, but that's what he said. And
He
Chris
probably wouldn't hear me anyway.
And Chris would throw me into the bus no matter what.
I don't feel like that's true, so that's good enough for me.
I'm just saying.
Now I got to go back and tell Cody there's no donuts.
Can I say this?
I don't care. I'm not a donut guy, but poor Cody, you just broke her heart.
I actually do kind of feel bad about
That's
that.
the part that's
Cody's an innocent bystander.
Yeah,
I will bring donuts in on Friday.
Yeah.
Ask Cody what her favorite donut
Chris
is.
says he'll bring donuts in on Friday and ask her what
Not
her favorite
the same.
donut
They're not
is.
gonna be
Yeah,
free, dude.
It's not going to be today.
Why would they be free?
Well, because apparently
It's
today.
World Kindness Day.
Yeah,
And
the Krispy
Kreme
Kreme
is giving away a dozen
Yeah.
donuts. See, now you're going to be mad at Dave.
I'm
They're
not
giving
mad at
away
Dave.
a dozen donuts, the first 500 people at each Krispy Kreme location. We called Dave with ample time for him to go to the Krispy Kreme in Rockland and pick up a thing of donuts. And you wouldn't have minded if he was a couple of minutes late if he came in with a dozen donuts, right?
6 is not a suggestion.
Yeah, it's not a suggestion.
Dave is always here.
Always on time.
Again, I don't feel that's
Mm,
true.
Feelings are facts, whatever they say. They take care.
That was worth it.
That was so worth it.
Man,
Oh my God, that was
If there wasn't the Cody part.
no, the Cody part's lame.
I can hear down the hall. They're lying.
He ran in so excited.
What if Cody ran in here and just like wrestling style, like flew over the table and RKO'd me or something?
Kind of cool.
I was like, how bad would we feel though if Tom came running down the hall, fell, tripped, and just like shattered his ankle?
That was it. Well, you know what, Tom? Not running in the hall. That's a suggestion.
Pretty good bit.
I mean,
I mean, we'd still play the laughing drop.
Am I the only one? I love to scare Tom. Am I the only one that like I have really honestly lately? I've kind of laid off because there is like a larger than normal part of me that actually thinks I could kill him. He's getting that old. Where like I scare him, he's like and then just keels.
I just wanted a donut.
Right?
I'm absolutely done with scaring people because I went to go scare Jason and I accidentally scared Pat.
Oh
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm just like, that was the worst feeling in the world.
yeah,
And I think Chris kind of had a heart attack.
yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think you're supposed to scare Pat.
No.
Ever. That's one guy. No.
And he really went for it too.
That was-
I heard it too.
yeah.
I was like,
Did Pat raise his voice to you?
It's just like
that was cool.
it was like he didn't say a word, but it was like total fear in his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it wasn't supposed to be you.
I don't.
Doug.
Yeah, I don't mess with Pat. Paddle flash on you. Paddle flash on you.
I actually thought that was Chris's last day.
Yeah.
I thought it was my last day.
Yeah.
Thought it might have been his last day.
Oh boy. Well, sorry. Sorry, Tom. Sorry, not sorry.
Would it also be great, like, if you now had a box of donuts?
Yes, like honestly, if
It would be better if you just had the box.
I got him again.
oh my God, if I had,
I was kidding all along, and then you
And
brought the box.
and then he comes and he's like, and then he comes and he picks them up and they're empty. Oh my God. I kind of want to DoorDash some donuts right now.
Just to do the box.
And you could get him another, so that time, and then put the
And then-
donuts back
but
in,
ask
and then
them-
he wouldn't trust you.
No, I'll ask him to bring 2 boxes, but one's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then present him the empty box first. Hey, can you get DoorDash stuff here? Or because we're in like a triple gated community or whatever.
Just tell them like leave it at the gate and I could go and grab them.
I'm 100% doing this. Is there a donut place around here?
Oh no, it's not open yet. I don't think it's the one right here. That I think that's at 7.
Well,
Bad Bakers or
I
whatever.
can tell you TK Donuts and Chinese Express is closed currently. That's a combo I didn't expect.
Send him some chow mein.
Seriously. Hey, Krispy Kreme, 15 minutes away. There's a Dunkin'.
We're running on Duncan.
We are. I'm gonna do this Krispy Kreme thing. How are you guys doing, by the way?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, you know what I found? You ever do you use your calendar in your phone?
Yeah.
I do too. And
Mine's an Android, so it's
nah,
on paper.
It's all like, nah, I'm a calendar. If you want to do it today, you can. You're not
I
gonna
love the attitude of it.
you're going to be able to interact with 15% of the people.
Yeah.
The other 85%, they might not understand what you're saying. What? A classic assorted dozen is $28.
Yeah, we don't like Tom that much.
That can't be that cannot be right at all. That has to be a glitch. Original glazed dozen at Krispy Kreme is $27.
I thought it was free today.
I don't even care. What? Those are the real price. 3 donuts, $11.29. Oh, you can suck every part of my foot. Oh God, really? That's garbage on a stick. That is $30 for a dozen. I just honestly haven't gotten a dozen. Chris, how much you get donuts? How much is a dozen donuts where you go?
Well, I usually get the specialties and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it comes out to $15.
Okay. That's a little over $1 donut. Yeah. I can kind of live with that.
But that's because I go to Marie's Donuts, the best donuts in Sacramento.
Bing, bing. I mean, it ain't $5 at Winchell's back in the day.
Is that what it was for a dozen?
It's like $5 for a dozen.
Are there Winchell? Oh, I think there's still Winchell's
like
in town.
A Winchell.
Yeah.
Like singular Winchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a donut place by my that is kind of by my house. The donut places have a very unique aura.
Yeah,
because it's like they're only open usually half the day. It's a very specific crowd, and there's always in every. I'm not talking about like Krispy Kremes or chain donuts. I'm talking about every independent donut shop, of which every neighborhood has at least one. There's always like 4 guys in their 70s and 80s that meet there every day to talk about the world.
Yeah, I think and that group must purchase a donut, but I think that's a weird purchase.
Donut, coffee, newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like, this
walk in knowing where their spot is.
100%.
My experience would be I've never, ever gone to a donut shop and ordered a donut.
You've done like a dozen.
It's like you're bringing into a function work.
Right,
it's like, I'll pop into a donut.
That is true.
And I don't think I've ever gone to a donut shop to get a donut.
I'm with you. I'm the same way. That's what they do, though. They go and they get, like Chris said, a donut, a coffee.
That's a special group.
Bring in the newspaper.
Yep.
One of my favorite things to do is like scope out like those folks and then ask what time they get there. And then I get there like 5 minutes before they get there and sit at their table.
Yeah.
And just pretend not to notice and then just watch as they look at me and they're like, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then they say, so
how about that election?
It just throws them off completely. You know, I don't really do that, but that would be, you know,
you don't do that because the show starts at 6.
I'm all for a good bit. I'm not out of, it's the same reason I go to Arby's anymore. I'm not out of principle.
That's the bit?
No, I'm saying I'm not paying $30 for no.
Arby's is expensive. They have the meats.
They have the meats, and they probably continue to have them and not sell them because, look, I'm not saying a cheddar or a barbecue should be 99 cents anymore. I realize times have changed, but when it's like $5.49, no,
you used to be able to get 5 for that.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm not doing it.
And that would be a 49-cent tip.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry, Arby's. Bring it down. Bring it. You know what? I know you're trying. That's when businesses tend to go under, is when they're not making it, and then they feel like they have to increase prices. Well, you lose business. You know what you do? Look, find the sweet spot, lower the price. Hey, give me 2 for $5 on a regular basis. I can probably swallow that. I mean, I would swallow it, both sandwiches. But when you're going like $5.49, when I can't get out of there with a combo under $16, $17, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it. I can get grocery store sushi for less than that. We'll take a break. Shredville comes to visit. Tim Plow, the mustache,
thick soup strainer.
We're going to talk about the Scotty the Body Marsh, the voice of the Aggies, told me the fight that they showed Friday. Yeah. It's it was Hopkins Trinidad.
Okay.
So
big fight selection this week.
Talking about big fight selection this week. Kayte Christensen joins us at 8 a.m. Calm down, MC. And
hi, Cal.
You know what? Don't Cal. You know what? Don't calm down. Go for it. You know what? Celebrate. Just let it all go.
Celebrate our differences.
Celebrate. We also have UC Davis football tickets to give away as well. Big game this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There's fights this weekend. There was big news in Sacramento yesterday. There's a game tonight. As I was saying about the calendar, I looked at it about an hour ago. Completely forgot about it, but I will be at the game tonight.
Oh,
It's my first game of the year.
you playing?
Nope, I'm watching.
Okay.
Not prepared. Not prepared to go. Not ready for it.
What do you have to do?
I mean mentally. I don't want to go tonight
Why?
because we're going to lose, even though we're favored by 6.5. But
6.5.
I think 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, we're losing. Like I guarantee you, we're losing.
Why? Why?
I have that feeling. Like we're losing. We are 100% losing this.
Jason, this team is at best a playing team.
At best.
I heard that.
Yeah. Wait, who said that?
You.
Oh yeah, they are.
Everything everyone does
is the thing that
Yeah.
affects the thing.
Okay.
Leading off next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the three-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento
Here's a
Kings.
steal by Fox. A breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah. Your one-stop Honda shop.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Jordan McLaughlin to Isaac Jones to Alex Lynn. Back to Jordan. McLaughlin in the lane sets up a pass for Lynn. It's broken up by the Spurs, and the Kings commit their 10th turnover. Only 10 seconds to go. This one will be over. Spurs fans to their feet. It's the worst loss for the Kings this season on the road. The previous low was 4 points. Tonight they get shellacked. 20 points is the final margin, 116-96.
Yeah. Well, there you go. 116-96 is your final from that Spurs shellacking. And Kings get a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Right back at it with the Suns tonight. Golden One Center, return home. They
have a rest advantage.
They do have a rest advantage. The Suns beat the Jazz 120-112 last night. I was just looking at the minutes earlier, by the way. Devin Booker had 34. Other than that, 20, 26, 29 for Bradley Beal, Royce O'Neal, 24.
And obviously still no Durant. Nurkic
Durant.
didn't play either. I don't.
Yeah, he's day-to-day.
Yeah, he might go, might not.
I am flummoxed, though, and I always trust Vegas. Kings are favored by 7.5 tonight. That would have been about my 8th guess.
Okay.
I wouldn't think the Suns would be favored, but no, okay, I guess it would exactly be my 7th guess.
Yeah. You just work your way up from 1.5, 2.5, 3. Yeah.
7.5.
They beat them by the other day in Phoenix, 7 in overtime?
Yeah.
Or 9, 7.
Yeah, now they're coming back home. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
No Monk.
But they are the 1 seed in the West.
Who?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Aren't they?
They are. I believe they are.
Yeah, I think they're whatever in 2.
I believe they are. They are whatever in 2. Yeah, they are in a 3-way tie with the Thunder, Lightning, and the Thunder at 9-2, and the Golden State Warriors, who were victorious last night. We'll talk about that game as well. Yeah, I just it's sometimes I get bad feelings. I just got a bad feeling about tonight. This smells like a Suns revenge, and I'm also like I said, I'm on this thing about them playing at home. I gotta get that. They need to.
They losing all 4 in this homestand.
No, but I who said it yesterday? Somebody said something like they need to go 3-1 on this homestand.
Okay.
And
what is it? Phoenix, Minnesota in the Cup game, Utah and Atlanta.
Yeah, I smell 2-2.
Okay,
I smell 2-2. It's not a. Yeah, it smells 2-2. No, that's $30.
Oh.
We'll see. I'm mad at the Kings right now, so they need to figure it out.
They need to make you happy.
They need to make me happy. I need them to very concerned with the Kings right now. I need a nice. Would love to have a nice win tonight.
What if they won like 6 of 9, like 6-3?
Yeah,
You'd be happy with them?
I'd feel a lot better. Yes,
that's
what they've
just done. They were 0-2. They're 6-5.
My problem is that Spurs game to me was really the first time this year where a lot of the things I feared came to fruition, and I worry. My big worry is not just Monk being out, but as we talked about yesterday, they have the top 4 players in the NBA minutes played right now. They have shown no signs of shaking out of their 3-point slump. And I've said all year long, I don't know how sustainable this offense is the way it's run. I know it will work. I think this offense is around a 43-44 win offense, which is above 500, and you're probably in the play-in. I'm not trying to rain down on them. I don't think it's a 50 win. I don't think it's a 50+ win offense. And what I mean by that is it is very much a your turn, my turn offense right now. And then Sabonis and Key, it doesn't feel like there's a ton of rhythm to the offense. It feels like it's DeMar DeRozan ISO, and it feels like it's De'Aaron Fox, foul line jumper with the occasional drive put in there. This is not that, I say classic, but classic for this iteration. Sabonis at the up top, everybody cutting around, not in exactly your vintage Princeton Pete Carrill offense, but a cousin of it. And I've had worries about that. So you've got depth issues, you have injury issues, you possibly have offense issues, you certainly have shooting issues, and I don't know. We'll see tonight.
You've transferred your concerns. Before the season, it was defense.
Yes.
You haven't said it all season.
No, because there's no because they have
I think you worry a lot.
I do. I'm
not trying to say it's good.
No.
Yeah.
I want to be fair. I mean, their defense has been a pleasant surprise, if you will, or that is certainly not something I would complain about. Did worry about the depth.
That's my biggest concern, honestly.
Yeah, front court depth.
The shooting too.
Look, man, I'd love to say I have no explanation for the shooting. I don't think they do. It should not be this way.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit like, if you say, hey, it's a roulette, at some point it's going to go red or black, whatever number is it? It's supposed to be 50-50. I take out the green numbers,
sure,
right? But the green zeros, but you're going roughly, if you do this 100 times, it should be 50 red, 50 black, roughly.
Yeah.
Well, at some point will it? I mean, we're 11 games in, and there really hasn't even been a good shooting game.
Roulette, ROUX, let. That's how they say it in Louisiana. Roulette. Number.
Go get there and get the ball there.
Okay, here's what's weird is I looked right up because I thought that was Chris doing it live.
It wasn't?
It was no.
I always thought he did. He was so consistent with it.
How funny would that be? It's exactly the same every time. Number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
If these 8 years had not been so hard, it wouldn't have been nearly as sweet as it is today. But the good and great stuff happens when you overcome a lot of obstacles.
That's the mayor, Darryl Steinberg. I'm assuming that's audio from the post game. As the
I thought it was from his visit with us last week.
Might have been. 8-0 was your vote last night. There was one abstention. One of the city council members had a family thing. 8-0. So it was unanimous. Now look,
see America vote.
That's exactly right. Now there's more to be done. This is a term sheet that will be amended and adjusted, and everybody, it's interesting watching it all come together. Especially the last minute, you've got. The unions want theirs. And by the way, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, but the unions want their say. And I think one of the council members was standing up to put an amendment in there that like the naming rights can't be sold to a fossil fuels place. Again, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's interesting to see these things kind of like everyone tagging something onto it and watching the mayor go, okay, but like, can we, if we open business for one thing, we're going to open it for 30 things. And that's all still to come. I mean, there'll be discussions and this thing will look a little bit different, but just there was a moment where everybody was in a room yesterday and it was apparent that, the whip count was there. The vote was going to happen. There was just the many public comments. And I'll tell you, it was deja vu being in that chamber. That's the first time I've stepped in that chamber since the arena vote for Golden One Center. And that's twice now, thinking about where this city was or was going to be 12 years ago. Kings going to Seattle, the River Cats, no offense, were going to be our team basically with the Republic. And now you've got the Kings here with Golden One Center. You got a Sac State Stadium on the way. You got a Republic Stadium on the way. You got a music venue on the way. That whole rail yards, we drove by that earlier yesterday when we left here. And just looking out at, we actually, stopped the car and just looked. And it is just ugly. It really is. They say it's a blank canvas. No, it's not. It's a canvas with poo on it. Like, it's just not fun to look at. And then you see this skyline right next to it. Now you imagine, Kings have a day game. You could literally walk over for the Republic match that night, hang out in downtown. There's housing going up. There's retail going up. I mean, they're really going to revitalize that area. And I just think downtown's going to be unrecognizable for the most part compared to where it was 12 years ago. So
it's pretty awesome.
It really was. It really was awesome. And congratulations to all involved, especially Republic fans who've been waiting on this thing. And one thing I can take from last night, the whole thing, when it was, and seeing Mike Barnbaum is a city treasure.
Absolutely.
He was there seating everybody up front. At one point, he made his comments and wanted to let everybody know that when it came to this whole thing, he was never, ever going to give it up. He's never going to let you down. Never going to run around and hurt you. He didn't sing. I was a little disappointed.
Was he ever going to make you cry? Was he ever going to say goodbye?
No. And by the way, but he was never going to tell a lie or hurt you. A little disappointed he didn't do a Fire Wings read. That was the all-time classic. But the energy in that room was palpable. It was absolutely palpable after the vote. It reminded me of how I felt when I realized there was a $49 tune-up available from American Energy Heating and Air. Normally $119 didn't require a vote. Pretty amazing. As the weather cools down, even though the city's heating up, you want to make sure that your HVAC system is raring and ready to go, just like Jason Ros. Stay safe, stay cool, stay safe, stay warm this winter at American Energy. 1981, the year of their birth. Serving the greater Sacramento area since then, getting an A+ Better Business Bureau. And they want you to know if you need a repair, it's $50 off your first repair. If you need a new system, God forbid, how about 50% off? Also, if your system's 10 years old or older, this tune-up is free. How could you not take advantage of that? 90% of you listening right now have an HVAC system that is 10 years old or older. All you have to do is call 916-520-9990. It's 916-520-9990 now. Yeah. Or the AEway.com. That's the AE, American Energy Way.com to get a quote. And tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings and Suns rematch tonight. We'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
The year was 1948. The Sacramento Symphony was founded. Harry Truman was president. Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver was born. And Walter Keyes opened his first Naturewood home furnishing store 76 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keyes family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keyes family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda deal, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com. #1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM. Or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Check, check, and check. That's the sound of me getting a jump start on my holiday list. But I can't take all the credit. Kohl's makes it too easy. I got my daughter a mini instant camera, my husband his favorite cologne, my sister Kookaburra by UGG slippers, and that's just the beginning. Then I got 20% off some of my other gifts. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Select styles. Offer valid to November 23rd. Coupons do not apply to Tech, Sephora at Kohl's, and Kookaburra by UGG. Some exclusions apply. See store at Kohl's.com for details.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Coming up in about 10 minutes or so, we'll visit with head coach of the UC Davis Aggies, Tim Plow. He's going to join us as the Aggies stay hot.
I was just trying to make up with Cody. She's not happy.
Oh.
Do not threaten donuts.
I could tell how excited she was on the background of the phone call.
Right. And the thing
is,
is,
intended for Tom.
I said you're collateral damage, dude. Like that wasn't directed at you. But I will tell you, there's one other person in my life I know that if you mess with food in any way, it ain't good. And that's my wife. She takes it very, very seriously. Oh, by the way, had her exit interview yesterday. I'm happy to report. She has been promoted to is it varsity next year? I think I should know. But she's going back as coach.
Set the screen.
She did. She's it'd be hilarious. Like 5 years from now, she's like head coach in the WNBA. Just I'm like, oh, your cute job, and the next thing you know, she's like,
what if she got the Kings job one day?
I don't know what no. I'm just saying, like, you say that, and I'm like visualizing it. And that would just be so funny in so many different ways.
You would do so well with that.
I would I would get good seats.
You would be a mess.
I would be.
You get good seats now.
Well, that's a great point. And I don't have to like come on every day.
Yeah, where are you sitting tonight?
Huh?
Where are you sitting tonight?
Actually, tonight I'll be with Samuel L. Amick and our good friend Matt Graham. As we're doing a little what?
Where?
Oh, I don't know.
Will your feet be on the hardwood?
I just go where they tell me to go. I don't know. Honestly, probably.
Yes.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I don't think there's a bad seat in the house.
Well, that's true.
Put me in 2-0, whatever the hell. I got the popcorn.
I would have loved to see you take those stairs.
Odds are you're not in 2 over whatever the.
I have taken those stairs.
I said I would have loved to see you take those stairs.
You think I'm what? Because I'm out of shape and I would.
They're just steep, and you're like, oh,
they are.
fall.
Yeah, that is true. They are steep.
Oh, I'm gonna fall.
Oh, I'm gonna fall. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Get me as long as I got butter popcorn.
The best deal, I might say, in the entire NBA.
100% free refills that I never take advantage of. But I also don't share my popcorn with anyone.
If you want to be like the friend of the row, just go and get the unlimited and just bring it down. Just like, hey, go ahead, take as much as you want.
You know what the trick is? You know what you do is you can actually you can buy water cups there for 10 cents. So what you do is you go and you get $1. You go get, I shouldn't say this publicly. You go get 10 water cups, right? And then you get the popcorn, and then you just kind of
pass it out. Yeah, you don't want people putting their hands.
No, don't touch
Dave
my
acting like I don't even do this.
I've never done it. I've heard people do it, and I don't condone it whatsoever. Buy your own popcorn, consumer.
I condone it. I'm a man of the people. I bring back the popcorn to the people.
You said condone it. Speaking of donut, you said I condone it. We gotta figure out this donut situation. I may just bite the bullet on the $30.
We're getting later and later.
Yeah, it's too late.
6:36 is too late for donuts.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore.
No, I feel guilty.
Yeah, but then what are you gonna do? Do the bit one time again?
What if I ordered the dozen donuts, but we took a bite out of each one? Okay.
Don't even eat it. Just spit it out.
Yeah, I didn't want
just
it.
Have a pile of spat out donut in the middle. All right, I'm avoiding it. Kings Suns rematch tonight.
Why are you avoiding it?
I really have a bad feeling about tonight. I am preemptively upset at tonight's game. I'm being honest, man. I'm in one of the. You know what? Can I be honest? I'm really tired right now. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I really am tired right now.
You better get in a nap in before you got a game and then a show. How are you going to do that?
Because I got to go return the car. I got a bunch of crap to do today. I got to get a kid. Whatever, dog.
So you're going to be up late and then back here first thing in the morning?
Yeah, but I'm not. You know how like if you're super tired, you're kind of wired. I'm not there. I'm like mostly tired to where I'm actually tired.
Yeah.
Not tired. I'm not even cranky. I'm not. My fuse is short, and I'm still pissed about San Antonio. Like I really am. And
understandably.
I know Devin Booker's stupid face is going to come in here and hit his stupid shots, and Chris is going to be like, "Yeah, Devin Booker," and I just have that feeling, man. And Nurkic's just probably not going to play, which means that Frazier Campbell, the backup center, is going to go for 30.
So Glendale Dave right now this morning in Arizona is going, I know DeRozan's going to hit all those fourth quarter shots.
Probably.
And they can't stop Fox.
Glendale Dave is moody.
He's just super tired.
He
right
was really.
But you know what? He got the donuts.
He did get the donuts.
And pulled off the prank.
Plus, we're playing Phoenix, Jason.
Yeah, I know what Phoenix is.
You know how I feel about Phoenix.
Do. Your favorite city in
America. Every time we drive through Phoenix, that's exactly how I feel. It's a revenge game. I don't like the fact that the line's 7.5. There's no Malik Monk tonight, and I'm really concerned about this home court thing. Like, there's a lot of things. Remember how
would you trade Malik Monk, not the traditional trade, missing Malik Monk for them missing Kevin Durant, which is what's happening?
Yeah, I would. No, of course I would. That's a great point. Yeah. They were missing Kevin Durant on last weekend though, and we won, but took overtime.
Correct.
on
the
the
Kings
road.
basically missed Monk. He went out early.
As proud as I was of that team, two things can be true. Like I was super proud of that team and happy.
That was
after
2 games ago.
Yeah, that was 2 games ago. But then
the next one was bad.
The next one was bad, and
Really
part
bad.
of it was
That's
the letdowns that tend to happen. Because they cancel each other out. It's like, oh, big win in Phoenix. Yeah. Now you lost one.
That's good.
You shouldn't have lost. That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah,
but they could get it back.
They could get it back.
Good.
But now they're at home. They're at home where they have no home court advantage.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But they did just beat him the other day.
That's good.
Yeah, but then a 7'4" guy shot 50% from the field, and we shot 1% from behind the arc.
That's bad. Can I go now?
It's going to be interesting to see what Kings team comes out.
I agree with
it.
that.
It really will. This is a tale of two teams, and there's some questions being asked of the squad right now. This is I think this is an inflection point. This homestand's an inflection point for this season, as there are many inflection points, but this one feels a little. You've got 2 very winnable games against Atlanta and the other dumb team coming in that's not good. I forget. Utah. Thank you, Utah. And then you have a team in Phoenix you've already beaten.
Yeah, it's weird. All 4 of these. Yeah, you've played all 4 of these teams on this homestand already this season.
And I would love to, look, it's a Wednesday night. I know the crowd will be there.
Oh yeah.
The crowd will be pumped up. But here,
I don't have an answer, by the way. Not that I would, but for that home thing, I don't know.
I don't know what the answer is. Somebody said something, because I'm very psycho about not blaming the fans, because I think that's garbage, because the fans they're the best fans in the NBA. But somebody did say something to me a couple days ago. So we have been kind of having this conversation over the last couple of weeks. It did kind of hit me. They said the thing about Kings fans at Golden One Center is that it is incredibly easy to take them out of the game right now. And I went, what do you mean by that? I think I know what you mean. What do you mean by that? I said, because I think this is a made-up person I'm making up right now to make my point, but I don't want to say it's me thinking it. They said there's such an expectation of the other shoe to drop with this crowd as a whole, that if a team goes on a 10-0 run in the first or second, or does something to build a lead, it gets very, very quiet in there. And whereas in the past, a lot of times team goes on a 10-0 run and then the crowd rises to its feet just to will the team on, you don't see a lot of that anymore. That the crowd is so used to years of being let down and failure that if you get a body blow that hits you and it's like, up here we go again, which is a completely understandable thing. I just don't know how you beat that without just like, no, you got to the team has to reestablish home court advantage. And it's, as we break here, it's a chicken and egg thing. Is it on the team to reestablish the confidence to bring the crowd with them? Or is it on the crowd to will the team to have that confidence to reestablish that home court advantage? And I don't know the answer to that. It's a catch-22. We'll take a break. When we come back, UC Davis head football coach Tim Plow. Big win last weekend. We'll talk about it next.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender in the paint. Soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento. It's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
At Elk Grove Honda, our recipe for happy holidays is to think happy Honda days. Let's explain. Happy is a good thing. We all like happy. Honda stands for quality, reliability, comfort, design, peace of mind, value at resale, and a lot more feel-good words. Days is how long you have left to take advantage of Elk Grove Honda's year-end clearance underway right now. Elk Grove Honda is located in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
David Dusek writes in Golf Week that according to FootJoy, about 65% of golfers wear the wrong size golf gloves. A properly fit and maintained golf glove will help you stay connected to the club without extra tension, which can mean more speed. Snug is the name of the game. A perfect glove should fit like a second skin, wrapping tightly around your palm and fingers. If the glove is too loose, the extra material can bunch up and lead to a bad connection between your hands and the grip. The fingers of the glove should extend just to the tips of your fingers. If there's too much space at the end of your fingers, try a cadet version of the glove made for golfers who have shorter fingers and wider palms. The Velcro closure should only require a slight pull to secure. If you're stretching the strap significantly, the glove is too small. Natural leather offers superior feel and touch. Synthetic leather gloves tend to cost less and probably last longer. After your round, air out your glove to maintain softness and flexibility. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
You up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros
on Sacktown Sports.
All right. You know, I'm not going to lie, man. It's always a good way to start a segment.
Please lie.
I am, and yes, it's because, in large part, because of our weekly visits with Coach Plow. But I am hooked on Aggie football right now. They're having a great year.
Yes, they are.
And they were on ESPN2 last weekend.
National stage.
Watched the whole thing, dude.
That stadium's awesome, and they handled all of it.
I was nail biting.
Yeah.
I was nervous. A crowd was insane. And it was a pleasure to watch the way that thing ended up. 30-14, your final. And joining us right now, the mayor of Shredville, the one and the only Coach Tim Plow. Good morning, Coach. It's Dave and Jason. How are you?
Boys, how we doing?
I'll tell you, man. That's a hell of an impressive mustache you had going on national TV, dude.
That's my Tim Lasso stash, man. Just got to keep the belief going.
By the way, they just called another false start on you guys. That was that crowd. That was where I really started. Because Tim, I'm all in when it comes to teams I root for, and I live and die at every turn. And I'm watching the game outside my little TV on my own, and my kids are hearing me yell because there was a point, especially in that first half, where that crowd was they were feeling themselves, and you guys were having some issues with that crowd noise. How did you overcome that? Because I was really worried at one point that was going to be a big issue the whole game.
Well, it's not. I mean, I've coached there several times, and it's just going to happen. Like, especially at our level, our guys just aren't used to playing in that type of environment. And, you know, I tried to warn them. We had no players that have ever played there before, so I tried to warn these guys, it's going to be loud. You know, we worked our silent cadence and worked all the stuff we could, but until you get out there and actually feel it, it's hard to really replicate. And so some of those actually some coaching errors. We were trying to, you know, come out of the huddle and do some double cadence stuff, and it was just taking too long. And so some of that was some stuff we should have done better as coaches. But, you know, these guys are resilient, and, you know, toward the sideline, we'll get it fixed. And I thought the fact that we still made the field goal after we had gotten the penalties, just kind of calmed everybody down. And we just got back over there, talked about how we could do it a little bit better, and kind of got over that little hump. And once we got over that little part, I thought, things were pretty smooth. And really the truth is our defense played so well, and they really carried us during the game so that the offense could calm down a little bit.
Yeah, and I thought, Coach, the game flow, too, like when Montana did score, you guys scored right back on them. I thought that was – you guys always responded. And then, to your point, once the defense kept making stops, then you found your footing offensively and actually went past them and got the win. How important did you feel like it was that you guys responded with scores after they scored?
I think that's just a sign of a good team. And these guys they have a lot of belief. They back each other. They support each other. So when things aren't going great, and that's happened a lot this year, we haven't played great early in the year, and they still had ways and still had belief in each other they could get it done. And I think also, I talked to the guys a lot the week about, hey, we gotta keep it close in the first half, because in the third quarter, that stadium empties and they all go back out in the parking lot and have a good time. And in the third quarter is where you got to really separate. And I thought they did that. And once they separated, then no one really came back in. And that was kind of the turning point for us.
Well, 7-0 is how that whole thing started, as Jason said, and then you outscore them 30-7 the rest of the way on the road. You've been there now as a coach. You've been there as a player. That's about as impressive a performance with that crowd and that stadium against that team that I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, I just found out last night that 14 points is the lowest amount of points that Montana has scored in a home loss. I think in the last 40 years.
Wow.
So I think the defense and Coach Coombs and his staff deserve a lot of credit. I think the offense gets more of the pub, and with Land and Miles and all that. But we won that game because our defense played tremendous, and really our special teams kind of knocking their returner out of the game and not letting him really do anything was huge. So I thought it was the cool part for me was I thought it was really a true team victory. And to win the Big Sky, or to have a chance to win the Big Sky, you got to be able to beat the teams from Montana, and you got to be able to show that you can hang in atmospheres like that. So that was a huge step for the program, to be quite honest.
Well, that's the setup this week, Coach. I mean, it literally is for the Big Sky title. You're at home hosting Montana State. They've had an amazing year. You've had an amazing year. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that when you played for. When you coach for. I know nobody ever wants to put more on one game than any other, but this is it. Saturday at home, the showdown with two of the best teams at FCS. How rewarding is it to know that you're in that spot, and then, two, just the anticipation of what should be an awesome game?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal that, in year one, that you're in this situation. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I did not think that we'd be here that quick. But I think the thing I've been trying to communicate to the team is, hey, since we're here and you guys have put yourself in this position, hey man, let's go sell out and see if we can do it. And I'm really hoping that our students and alumni and people show out to the game and we get a good crowd, because boy, do these guys deserve it. I mean, they've had such a great season. I just hope that it's a great crowd and we get to showcase what UC Davis can be for a championship game. And the fact that we get to play it at home, these opportunities do not come around very often. I hope that we have a bunch of great seasons here, but I don't know how many times we're going to be on a 9-game winning streak playing the team on a 10-game winning streak at home for the championship. I doubt that's going to happen very often. And, man, I hope we can take advantage of it. They're a tremendous football team. You watch the film and they get a little scarier the more you watch them. But, I think these guys are going to compete and they're going to be resilient. And it's going to be great to play at home on senior day. And, boy, it'd be a tremendous sight if we could get that stadium full.
September 29th, 2001, a 40-0, I believe, Felix Trinidad steps in the ring against a guy a lot of people thought was a journeyman at one point. Bernard Hopkins wearing his executioner mask. I remember it like it was yesterday. And for the first and I believe only time in his career, even though he should have lost against Oscar de la Hoya, that's a different story. Felix Trinidad's father had to step in the ring in the final round to rescue a beaten Tito Trinidad. And Bernard Hopkins was, by many accounts, the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Why was that your choice? What went into that thought going into Friday night fights?
Well, I thought that number one, I'm a huge Bernard Hopkins fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of my favorite guys of all time. And I always loved that fight. Because I just remember it being a very pro Trinidad crowd.
Yes,
the Puerto Rican following in New York right after 9/11, and I remember thinking, "Oh my gosh, like, this is a crazy crowd." Felt that was similar to Montana, and also that. I wanted to tell our guys that we were going to be the executioners on Saturday night. And so I was also worried that, Montana's a pretty rough crowd. And they say some things sometimes to the team that's hard to take. And I wanted them to have something they could physically do to each other to remind each other to stay focused. So I wanted to come up with a way where they could, have some type of celebration to each other that only they knew about. So if you watch the game, you saw our guys kind of putting the executioner mask on every time something good would happen. And so I just wanted to put them in the mindset, like, I thought we were the better team. The crowd in the stadium was going to be the equalizer for them. And we just needed to have the confidence that, Montana has been the king of the conference for a long time. And we're the executioners that are there to end their reign and show everybody that we are the true contender. And I thought that was a good example of that night. I thought everyone talked about Trinidad, and at the end of the fight, everyone was talking about Hopkins.
I know you don't give away the fights the week, Dave. I can't wait. What's this one?
Honestly,
Gotta be.
You know what's funny is I've gotten to the point now where he with the games coming up, I start to think like what fight would work, and I'm sure he's got a fight picked out.
Sure,
I can't help but think though, and I'm not suggesting this, but like something like when Tony Lopez fought Rocky Lockridge at Arco Arena, and it was on CBS, which was a big deal back then, and it was for Lockridge's title, and because he said pro crowd, so the crowd was like insanely behind Tony Lopez and willed him to that victory to get his first title. I imagine you already have a fight picked out. I'm really excited to hear what it is next week.
Oh yeah, some of them have been picked up for a while. These last three have been locked in for a while. I don't know. I'd like to say it's going to be a pro crowd, but I did hear the Bobcats got about 1,000 people coming, so I'm sure they'll be here in full force too.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, I'll tell you as we take a break. It was about 2 years ago. I was in Montana, as a matter of fact. I was on the campus at Montana State with my wife and my kids, and one of their underclassmen just reached over and just gave my wife a Charlie horse right in the arm. Super uncalled for, ran away afterwards. And everybody on campus was just pointing at us and laughing, like, you got a Charlie horse. Super embarrassing, super emasculating. I've never forgotten it. And I've been waiting a long time for anybody to exact revenge, because I can't do that to a whole campus. I'm tough. I'm not that tough. So, Coach, I know you got a lot of things on your mind going into this game, but if you would just maybe win one for my wife and our family honor, that would be really appreciated.
Well, I've been waiting to hear some motivation for this game, because Lord knows I got nothing to motivate me. That puts me over the edge. Let's go hunt some bobcats, man. Let's go.
Let's go. The mayor of Shredville, the wonderfully mustached in Movember of all things, Coach Tim Plow. Great, good, wonderful, awesome luck this weekend. We're giving away a 4-pack of tickets a little bit later. We've been doing that all week.
Yeah.
The crowd's going to be behind you guys, and we're going to be cheering you on, my man. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys every week, man. It's been a fun ride. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep the belief. Let's slap the Tim Lasso sign and get it done,
Hey, listen, every single time you've come on this show on a yearly basis, you've been 9-1 100% of the time. So we're doing something right, Coach.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We've found something magical. Let's just keep it rolling.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Good
Coach.
luck, Coach. Thank you.
All right, boys. Find some joy. See ya.
Bye. That's Tim Plow. We'll take a break when we come back.
Can you imagine if he's in the locker? Guys. I talk to this guy every week. They hit his wife.
They punched his wife in the arm.
Let's go.
And they were like, hey, you want a donut? And she's like, sure. And then they punched her in the arm. They go, hurts donut. All right, when we come back, Sac Republic Stadium passes. We'll give you some background on that. Not before we get a word from Gonzalez Law and Jason Ros next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
The holidays are here at the Home Depot, so let's get to decorating. Find your perfect tree in our huge assortment of shapes, sizes, and styles. Like the easy-to-assemble Jackson Noble fir, with pre-lit branches perfect for styling with all your favorite ornaments. Or the Flock Starry Light Fraser fir, with over 1,900 pre-lit memory wire branches that keep their shape so it's ready right out of the box. Ooh. Find the perfect tree now at the Home Depot.
Ooh, I do have a word for you about Gonzalez Law later in the show. I'm going to tell you about the great people at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. That's right, the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Branding is important. You need to know that name. You should know that name, and you should also know about what they've got there, the red ribbon logo. That's what you look for. That's how you know you're connected with them, and that's how you know you're connected with a great company. Others have tried to compare to them, but there's none others like them. They're at the top of their game, and if you're looking for that fresh look to your home with a new garage door or quick repairs to your current garage doors, Overhead Door Company of Sacramento is where you need to go. Ask yourself this question: how does your home look? Are you satisfied with that look? Front-facing garage? Is it curb appeal? Are you feeling right about it? What can I do to tweak this house to make it look better? We are longtime homeowners in the same house, 21 years now in our homes. We have an older home that, well, it's older to us, but it's been built a long time ago, and we need the refresh. We've had Overhead Door Company come out and look at what we could do to make that improvement. And when you're making home improvements, it is the single greatest return of investment you can make. So you can replace your old garage door or doors for a new garage door. Like I said, the greatest return of investment you can make. But when you work with Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, you're also connected with a family-owned and operated company that's been thriving in our area for 70-plus years. You can just feel that connection. You know their knowledge and their expertise, and they truly are great people. They also have a deal. Want to mention that. We all like deals. Mention me, Jason Ros, or Sacktown Sports, and you'll receive $100 off your new garage door paired with a new garage door opener. So they're out there. They're here to help. You can check out their website at ohdsac.com or call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. The genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for that red
Sacramento
logo.
weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Wednesday, watch for increasing clouds. And after a cool morning start, we're going to stay cool with highs today in the low 60s. We'll have a line of rain showers move through the region right around noon to about 3 p.m. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, you gotta see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia. You can always count on low payments and zero down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Hey Aggie fans, head coach Tim Plough here. Join us in Shredville November 16th for our final home game of the season as we take on the Montana State Bobcats, 5 p.m. This is your chance to send off the seniors in style that have given all for the football team. Football in the fall is what it's all about. So bring your friends and family out to UC Davis Health Stadium and let's get the stands rocking for an important game. Get your tickets today at ucdavisaggies.com/tickets. Go Aggies.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Kyle Draper for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. It's that time of year. You know what time of year it is. The Mercedes-Benz Vans year-end sales event is underway. Don't think twice, because it's the perfect opportunity to take your drive to the next level. They're perfect for any business needs. Mercedes-Benz Vans, they offer a wide range of commercial vehicles. Trust me on this. They got Sprinter vans. You could turn it into a worker cargo van, a worker passenger van, or how about just a plain old passenger van? I could do that also. They're fully customizable. And one of the things I love about their Sprinter vans, I'm a big guy. I could fit in them comfortably. So now is the time to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. They can help you with all your van needs. Ask about customer cash and even special financing options. And business owners, now is the time to take advantage of those year-end tax breaks. So take the short drive down I-5 or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them your boy Drape sent you.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ros.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros on Sacktown Sports.
All right, 1 hour from now, we're going to visit with Kings television analyst Kayte Christensen. She will join us. Get her take on that Spurs loss. Preview tonight's game with the Phoenix Suns. Kings begin a 4-game homestand tonight. So she will join us. That's, again, coming up at 8 o'clock. As Dave mentioned, we will have a family 4-pack of tickets to UC Davis football a little bit later in the show as well. Still plenty to get to. Niners at 9. We'll have a little crosstalk at the end of the show. Celebrity birthdays, all the regular staples you are used to. As we're here on this Wednesday, almost halfway through the week. Almost there, for us at least. So the Kings begin the homestand. We're going to talk about that coming up. We got some NFL notes. Also, yesterday was the big vote for the Sac Republic and the downtown, like Dave said, the term sheet, basically. It passed with ease, 8-0, and it was good to have Jesus Tarango in studio yesterday, along with Kevin Nagel, to get their perspective on what the day was going to be like. I know they were on the tour yesterday. They basically had the circuit they were bouncing around with yesterday, but it was good to have them in studio to see what their partnership is going to be like going forward, to see what this is going to do for the community. And that was my takeaway from that interview. And if you didn't get a chance to see it, certainly you can go back to our YouTube or to SacktownSports.com and find that interview at the end of the show yesterday. We started that around 9:30, and both of them have their intentions on just improving Sacramento. And I think, there's always going to be some people that have their doubts and their concerns, and that's all understandable. But I think you could see there's some vision here of what our downtown has already changed into and where it can ultimately get to as well, with the Republic building a stadium down there. The excitement of, this new venture we're getting downtown here. I don't know how long it'll last with the A's coming to town. The River Cat's still here. We just talked to Tim Plough of UC Davis. They're a thriving football program. Sac State's having a tough year this year, but that program's been great. The Kings, it's just we've got a lot of choices all of a sudden, and I know they all kind of compete, but I also feel like they all root for one another, which I think is good in this sense, because just as more and more interest is created in all sorts of sporting endeavors, and they compete for some of the same financial dollars from businesses and sponsors and all that, but there's also some of that money can be shared and spread around. And I think when they're all doing well, it's great for our community and great for the fan base and just great to see. So I was glad that the vote went through easily, and now there's timelines and other things that all have to be addressed and things that are targeted. Sometimes there'll be hiccups in the road. That's the natural process of all of this. That's just the way things go. But it'll be interesting to see what those hurdles are and how they overcome them, and what the ultimate final destination when you have a brand new facility for the Republic. And like both said yesterday, the MLS is still out there. That's still a potential goal. I didn't get the sense that was their overall desire. It's like it could be a byproduct of continuing to win, continuing to grow, and building a stadium. Sure, that all helps all of that. And if it happens, great. It's a little bit like what is happening over, and I know I have the connections over there with Sac State, but I think there is a desire to move up to a Mountain West or certainly a Pac-12, but you also still have to be invited. And the same thing with Republic. They know, they've been in contact. There was thoughts before about MLS. It could all still happen, but I think they're just still locked in on getting the stadium, continuing to grow with this 11-year franchise, and continuing to try to win. And I think when you do all of those things, paired with good people involved, paired with interest, paired certainly with money, because you got to always follow the money, these are how all those things can ultimately come to fruition. And so, we've talked about it before, just the overall improvement of our downtown and how it's changed. And I've said it many times, I know Dave has too, when we were all talking about trying to keep this team in Sacramento, talking about the Kings, and knowing that, if you build a downtown facility, what would it look like? And just, it's so much. And that's why I would say one of my weaknesses, I'm just not the greatest visionary. You can tell me what you think you're going to do, what you want to do, and I believe it and can kind of vision it, but I need to see it. And once it was built and fully developed, and now more and more things keep happening around there, it's just so much better than I could even thought it would be. So that's what you're trying to accomplish, certainly with the Republic, the music venue they're attaching with that, certainly if Sac State gets their stadium going too. So these are all great, great things for our community. We're going to talk more about all of these things coming up. When we come back, though, we still have to get to 3 for Madness. We will do that. I know Dave had a little fire he had to put out, so hope all is well with that. We will talk more as we continue. Still NBA news and NFL notes in this hour as well. But when we come back, we've got 3 questions, 3 answers. That's in 3 for Madness. That is straight ahead on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros.
Here's question 1.
All right, coming up. Kayte Christensen.
Yes.
At 8.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Yeah, you're lame. So we'll talk to her.
What is this, elementary school?
Yes. Our thanks to Coach Tim Plow, UC Davis. Don't forget, right around 8:30, it's about an hour 15 from now. We've got UC Davis tickets, a 4-pack to give away. And by the way, maybe the best part, our parking pass.
Hey.
Good parking.
Yes.
In the meantime, 4 down territory. Christopher Laud.
3 for minutes.
Yeah.
Later.
I was going to say 4 down territory. Christopher Laud. Just a reminder, it's coming up at 8:28.
Way to get him prepared.
Thank you. I like him to be prepared. 3 for madness right now. Question 1.
What's hot? Oh.
No celebrity birthdays.
Are the Kings in trouble?
I think the Kings are in trouble. Not, oh my God, the sky is falling. Everything's terrible. The Kings are in trouble.
Is this in trouble tonight or in trouble?
I think, yes. I think they're in trouble tonight. I don't know why the Vegas line really ticked me off. The fact that the Kings are favored by 7.5. I saw that one. That's not good. Although it should be good, right? They're favored by 7.5. Okay. This isn't a trap game. It's Phoenix. You just went to OT with them. It's Devin Booker and friends. But I've also been concerned throughout the season and ongoing about their home court. On top of that, this team notoriously does not play well the first game back from a road trip. So you have a lot of things circling right now. Malik Monk is out. They can't hit the side of a barn from beyond the arc. They have no front court depth. De'Aaron Fox's finger is hurting. It's going to rain this weekend. There's a lot of crap going. Remember in Bull Durham when they went to the mound and they needed like the bucket of chicken and this guy was proposing to the girl and then finally the manager goes out and goes, what is going on here? And Kevin Costner said, we're dealing with a lot of crap here.
Right.
I feel like we're at the mound right now. We're just dealing with a lot of crap right now.
Yeah, I don't want to dismiss the things you brought up because they are all very important. I think Malik Monk being out is a big deal. I think the bench is a major concern for me. I think the three-point shooting bothers me. But I also want to put a counter out there. I think there's a lot of things to point out that are kind of concerning.
Yeah.
But I feel like that right now, why they're a good team, good, not great, a good team, is they have more outs to win games. Like these things are all happening. Their bench hasn't been good.
Right.
They're shooting. They're the worst three-point shooting team in the league and the most important stat, I think, going, the most important weapon. And they're 6-5. And that's not great.
Yeah.
But they're the best free throw shooting team. They've got 2 great closers.
They're playing better
defense is better than we thought.
That's right.
There are things to point at, like they're not playing a lot of guys. They're putting a lot on their starters, but also the starters are playing pretty well for the most part. So they can win games in a different way, which is a good testament to a team. I think we keep saying it. I still want to see a game where they shoot 40% or better from 3. What would that look like? I don't know. We haven't seen it. So maybe that just doesn't happen.
Sure.
And if it doesn't happen, it feels like they're in trouble, but they're still above 500. They have beaten Phoenix. They have a good road win in Miami. They've got some nice wins. I don't know if there's anything. Well, probably the Phoenix one is the best. So it's a little bit of a weird puzzle, but I think there's some good, but certainly there's concerns.
I would actually add to what you said to kind of counter my own point, which is Keegan Murray has also not been able to hit the side of a barn.
True.
Trey Lyles has been borderline unplayable. And Kevin Huerter is about as consistent as an 85-year-old man's urination. It's just not something that's
good analogy.
Thank you. It's just not something that's conducive to, and I say that to bolster your already bolstered point that
it's a lot of bolstering.
There's a lot of bolstering going on, and there's a lot of. It's one thing, I guess, if you say this team's doing everything they can and they're still losing, or they're still around 500, what else is left to improve?
Right.
It's the old analogy we use all the time. I use about the 2 guys running to first base and they finish at the same time, but one has terrible form, the other has great form. You pick the guy with terrible form because there's room to improve. There's a lot of room to improve here, except the minutes played and except the front court depth. Those are the 2 things I think are not sustainable.
Yeah.
But around that, the periphery, there's a lot to improve.
Yeah, I think the front court depth, I don't know how they fix that. I mean, besides the trade. I think the minutes played could help if the bench were better.
Right.
And I think the bench would be better if Malik, when he's here,
Trey
Trey Lyles shot the ball better. Like if that's happening, then it's like, oh, we don't need to bring Huerter back in. We don't need to bring DeRozan back in because McDermott's going or Lyles is hitting these shots. they're not.
Yeah.
So then it kind of all adds up to what the way they're kind of, patching it together to get through it.
Someone's got to step up, man. Maybe tonight's the night.
Maybe it's you.
Maybe we hear 900 Keegan Murrays tonight.
That'd be great.
That'd be amazing. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Can Sacramento handle multiple stadiums and baseball?
So the instinctive answer here is, of course we can. No, I think it's a legitimate question. I do think we can. But it's a fair question. Is there enough here for, you're the voice of Sac State football. What's the average attendance?
This year, they're in the top 20 at FCS. I want to say they're around 13.
Okay, I won't hold you to it. Okay,
roughly.
13.
Or over 10,000.
And I don't know what
maybe that's maybe it's 11 or 12. But
okay.
Whatever.
And
it's over 10,000.
Do we know what the capacity they're looking at for the new stadium is?
Probably in that 20 range.
Okay.
That's my guess.
So you're looking at a stadium there that if the attendance were just to stay where it's at, would be about 2/3-ish, maybe this side of 2/3 full at attendance right now.
Yeah, and that may change with a new stadium.
It will change with it. Always does. At least in the first few years,
Yeah.
they're going to have special seating, all that stuff going on. But your landscape, because you've got 2027 at worst would be the final year of the A's in Sacramento. They're going to be here at least 3 years. So 2027 at worst would be the last year. So conceivably in 2027, you're going to have the Sacramento Kings. You're going to have the Sac Republic opening up their new stadium. I actually think the Sac State Stadium, they say they're going to try to open up. They're going on like a fast track. That might even open up before the Republic Stadium, certainly by 2027 if they're on track. So you'll have the Sac State Stadium, the Sac Republic Stadium, the Sacramento Kings and Golden One Center. You'll have Rayleigh Field with both River Cats and the A's.
And by that time, by the way, we'll have certainty on they're either staying or they've got 1 year left, right? It won't be a mystery.
Oh, the A's. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes, I would think.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I mean, we don't know today, but I think at that point it's like, hey, they're building in Vegas and they're a year away or whatever.
I don't know the timeline enough to know if by then, I think it might be a little too early, we'll have resolution and execution on what league Sac State will be in. In other words, if they, let's say they got accepted to Pac-12, that doesn't happen, I think, the next year. I think there's a ramp up there. UC Davis, there's all of a sudden, there's going to be a lot of competition, not just the part everyone cares about is a lot of competition for the what do you call that kind of income? Why am I blanking? The discretionary income. Thank you. Also a lot of competition for sponsorship dollars in a market right now that is very, very down. Do I think there are enough people in Sacramento to handle all of these things and sell them out or have great? Yes, I 100% do. But get ready because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be on offer here in a couple of years.
Yeah, and I'm actually the first real. Well, we've had other examples. Kevin Nagel brought it up yesterday with the Kings playing, Republic playing, maybe Sac State playing. We're going to have one in next spring when. If people aren't excited today, when the A's have their first ever game here, that's late March, early April.
Against the Cubs.
And the Kings hopefully are in a stretch run trying to get to the postseason and improve that's competition. I think you root for one another in one sense, but it's also wait, did more people pay attention to the A's? Did more pay attention to the Kings? It's going to happen where they're both playing at home. And just to see how that looks, where that's going, that'll be interesting. We're going to see that soon.
It's also interesting because from a business standpoint, the Kings are cannibalizing themselves in a sense where they've got a vested interest in both situations.
Right. And good business.
That works real well for advertising because you can sell double packages and cross-contaminate there. But when it comes, you only have one person, one ticket. So you gotta.
Yeah, and I literally think I remember looking at this the other day. I think there's a weekday day game like baseball does. And then 7 o'clock, someone's going to do both.
It's a hell of a day.
A lot of people will.
It's a hell of a day to do here.
Yeah.
What a great day to do that.
What are you doing? I'm A's and then Kings.
I am sportsing.
Yeah.
And boy, are you worn out at the end of the day.
Right.
Will one of us be able to do a triple crown at some point?
So that would be A's, Kings, and what?
Republic.
How would that even be possible, though? Because of the time.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
The problem.
Because I'm trying to think.
I mean, one could be you could have a day A's.
You wouldn't be able to watch all three of them, but I think you could leave at half of one.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could. You'd get partial. I don't see a situation. You never have 4:00 starts for either the Kings or the Republic. They don't start at 1:05.
I guess if there would ever be a thing, sometimes the Kings have those 3:00 Sundays.
I was
So
gonna say,
if there was a 12:30 A's, 3:00, you're not getting all of every game, and then like Republic at 8.
Yeah.
Maybe there's the triple header.
Are there ever 12:35 starts for the Kings anymore? Remember those old NBC starts?
Playoffs?
Yeah.
But maybe NBC if that's next year.
I'm here for it. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Will you be watching the Tyson Paul fight?
Normally I'd say no, but I just found out yesterday on this show it's free on Netflix. This is a great fight weekend, man. You're gonna have Tyson Paul.
Is that Friday or Saturday?
It's Friday. It's Friday on Netflix. Why'd you look? You frowny faced.
Well, Kings are hosting. It's a cup game against the T-Wolves.
Against the T-Wolves.
So I
The
won't.
cup is back, baby.
I'm
Started
excited.
last night.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch that. Just out of just car crash. And it's free. If it was for purchase, no. I'll watch it for. I mean, when I say free, like if you have a Netflix account.
I want Tyson to win.
Oh, so do I. Oh God, I want Tyson to win. I think everybody wants Tyson to win except Jake Paul. He might even want Tyson to win.
Is he good? He's good.
Jake Paul?
Kind of good, isn't he? Kind of like in perspective, right?
In perspective, from being a YouTuber and becoming.
He's not a joke.
He's not. He's absolutely not a joke. He would knock all 3 of us out.
Oh yeah,
once.
I'm not saying that. Yeah,
but he's not a legit. In my opinion, he is not a legitimate professional fighter.
But how far is he from that?
I think he is a journeyman fighter. I think he's good enough.
If he was a fighter, he would.
I think he'd
have
be
some wins, some losses.
That's exactly right. He'd be one of them like 19 and 14 guys that fights wherever. Put him in, and he just has not fought anyone. They have very carefully and impressively cultivated this. But if you were to put him in that weight class against any form of legit fighter, I think it's absolutely a smoke show. It's just done.
Maybe Tim Plow showing that fight.
Maybe they're watching
Friday
it live.
night.
Why not?
Yeah.
But then Saturday, finally, Johnny Bones Jones, the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, is taking on Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight title, and I am here for that. I'm very much. It's going to be a very fun sports weekend, and yeah, I'm gonna. I haven't bought a UFC in a long time. I'm gonna watch both. I'm gonna watch both.
You got a big sports weekend. Kings also Saturday night.
That's right.
They're Friday and Saturday night.
I love this time of year.
Yeah.
It's the most wonderful time.
I love this game. After you spent the day watching Florida State.
Are they still playing?
Oh. Hey, I'm going to do a quick imitation. Ready? Who am I?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was here to judge.
Wow.
What? I thought that was easy. Okay, you're not helping. That was like a little funny one-off. Now, Jason, I'm about to get double bat flapped.
No, Friday night, the fight is you and me. 3 o'clock after school.
In the parking lot.
Yeah.
When we come back on Netflix, on Hulu. When we come back, NBA notes.
Hulu HD.
The captain returns to the Chase Center. Is that what we're calling him now? And a very well, because you said the Florida State thing. I was just poking. He's
making fun of
you ought not say that.
I'll get you donuts, Tom.
It's National Kindness Day, and we are not celebrating it, apparently. We'll be back with NBA Notes next. And by next... that was Chris liked it. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ros, Christopher Laud, and our good friends at Hoblet Dodge. It's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be in a nice, big Hoblet vehicle. We're so lucky to be partners with them for so long, and you're lucky. You're welcome, because the deals they have are absolutely ridiculous. You know what? Right now, You know what time it is. It's Ram Power Days. Finishing the year strong by stocking up on new heavy-duty Ram trucks with over 300 available savings and up to $17,000 off MSRP. Your perfect Ram truck is waiting at Hoblet. That's some pretty big savings on those hard-to-find heavy duties, and you won't find better deals on more Ram trucks than at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. There's a reason we continue to be one of the biggest Ram dealers, and by we, I mean they, in the whole country, with numerous customer service awards, including the very prestigious Walter P. Chrysler Award. Walter P. Chrysler. Those don't grow on trees, which means they're in the top 1% of dealers in Sacramento. No, in California. Nope, fooled you again. Top 1% of dealers in the U.S. of A. That's why once you buy from Hoblet, you won't buy anywhere else. Don't miss the savings. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. Klay returns and Spo melts down. NBA notes are next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Wednesday. Watch for increasing clouds. And after a cool morning start, we're going to stay cool with highs today in the low 60s. We'll have a line of rain showers move through the region right around noon to about 3 p.m. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
When it's cold and rainy outside, Bonnie is leading the way home. Right now, stay warm and cozy with a full furnace tune-up, just $59. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Schedule an appointment today at Bonnie.com.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Okay.
Hot take.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
For how long?
Ever. No.
No, that used to be your team. No.
No. Where the Warriors will always have a place in my heart is tiny, itsy baby, golden fleece wrapped Carmichael Dave. Once upon a time. I don't know why this is funny, the things we remember. Remember the song by, I don't remember who sang it, but it was called, it went Supersonic.
Oh, yeah. JJ Fad.
JJ Fad, I'm here to say.
So it was around the time that song was a hit that my dad took a wrong turn on the way to Oracle or whatever it was. We were in some part of Oakland where the Warriors will always hold a place in my heart, and I'll appreciate them, is before the Kings, when I was just a little tyke. Once a year, we would go to Oakland and we would watch an NBA game. My dad would take me every year when the Celtics came to town. That was our team. You were either a Laker fan or you were a Celtics fan.
So you had Celtics and Giants doubleheaders.
Mm-hmm. No, it was usually a night game.
But you also did the Giants.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Not the same
I thought
time.
you meant. I got you. Okay, yes, we would do Giants doubleheaders, and we would do Warrior Celtics, and we'd always be up in the nosebleeds.
But you're in the building.
Oh my God, it was just so amazing. Sleepy Floyd and Joe Barry Carroll and all those dudes.
Those aren't real people.
Why were you shaking your head at the Celtics? I noticed you were not happy.
You were a Celtics fan.
Well, I didn't have there was no team here. I had to pick a team, and I'm a little tiny kid, and the Lakers are on all the time, and the Celtics are on all the time. Why
You
you
just
shaking?
don't like California, do you?
I don't like Southern California. You want me to pick the Lakers
over Boston?
Yes.
Yes.
No. What? No. Southern California?
My dad was a Laker guy.
Well, I won't speak ill of anyone's family members. I won't not speak ill of anyone's family member. I'm just saying I'll say this. We all make mistakes. No, you can't be a Laker fan.
Can't be a Celtics fan.
Why not?
And Nick Cattles.
Once upon a time, little baby Carmichael Dave in his little Danny Ainge jersey, Robert Parrish, Des Johnson, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Jerry Seaston, Bill Walton, Casey Jones. That was the team. Brent Musburger.
He wasn't on the team.
We are live. Pat O'Brien, CBS. That was it. You picked the Lakers or the Celtics till the Jordan guy came around. But by the time the Jordan guy came around, we had the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
So the Warriors will always hold a place in my heart because they allowed me to watch the NBA once a year. And also they were perpetually crappy like we were for the most part. They had their little spurts with the, Run TMC and whatever, but they were crappy. I don't like them now because they got good.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And 90% of my hatred of the Warriors is, of course, envy and jealousy.
Sure.
I can absolutely admit that.
Yep.
But as a sports fan, I enjoy sports moments.
Yeah.
And the Warriors better hope that we never win a championship because we are going to be 10 times worse than them.
Can I just say, if we ever do win a championship, there's a large part of me that wants our parade to be in Oakland. I know that.
I think Chris agrees with that.
I think that would be the most baller move ever. And I mean, at this point, Oakland City leadership ain't that great.
Who's
anyways.
stopping it?
Yeah, who's stopping it?
It might just be you and me in a car.
but pretty funny. I'd film it.
100%. So yeah, but I do appreciate moments that are I appreciate sports moments. And last night was a good sports moment.
It was a really good game.
That was a really good game. And you know what? I'm going to say something I don't often say. Chris and I, we disagree on a lot of things. One of the things we are on the same team on is the anti-Luca Doncic team. Is that envy? Is that what? I don't care. We both are anti. I'm going to give a hat tip to Luca Doncic last night. And weirder, I'm going to give a hat tip to Luca Doncic for his toughness.
What?
Are
you okay?
Got to call balls and strikes.
He finished his third plate last night.
Dude, he took an elbow from his own teammate last night going for a loose ball, and it was right in the frickin' chops. It was And you can tell, like, if Luka Doncic is either lightly hit or, in the case of last weekend, not hit at all, he goes down like he was shot by a sniper and rolls 7 times like a soccer player. But you could tell he was actually hurt last night because he went down like a boxer who just got one on the chin. There was no rolling around or dramatics. There was an instant grab to the face, and he landed on the seat of his pants. And then they showed him on the sideline, and I thought he lost a tooth. Like, he was gushing blood from his gums. He took, but stayed in the game. And I went, you know what, dude? I'm going to call balls and strikes. You're
strike.
You're a big fat failure. Not really.
But this time you did okay.
This time, Luca, you did okay. And it was a hell of a game. And to see Klay Thompson go back there, you know, we've seen legends. We've seen Chris Webber come back, DeMarcus Cousins in his return, Davion Mitchell the other day, you know, whatever.
Same.
Imagine the Kings version of Klay Thompson in 4 championships and being paired with someone on our team that was so generational that the two of them had a nickname, Bash Brothers, Splash Brothers. For him to make his first return back, and they handed out all the captain's hats from his boat. I thought that was very, very cool, and it was something that I very much wanted to watch live. In the end, though, sorry, Klay, hold that L. Eric Spolestra, very, very uncharacteristic. They were not ready. The Miami Heat were in their game. They were not ready for the what they call the old ATO, and they got burned. And they got burned so bad, and it shook Spo so bad. This is the Detroit Pistons, by the way, that he called a timeout they did not have. Have you seen the Jalen Rose picture?
Oh, yeah. He just couldn't believe that it happened.
PTSD, dude. Going back to Chris Webber. And that was not only a hell of a win by the Pistons, good for them, but that is a very rare Eric Spolestra meltdown. Here's the final call.
And there's a make, 123 to 121. 1/10 of a second. I have never seen anything like this. This is the Pistons win it 123 to 121 in overtime. And what a way to end the game.
So that's the Detroit call at the end of the game. How about the Heat broadcast at the end of the game?
Well, Cunningham, nobody's guarding him. In it comes, Duran dunks it. Oh, my. Unbelievable. In 7/10 of a second, they tie the game at 121. The Pistons are walking off the court. Who called timeout?
Oh, no. The referee is saying that Coach Spo has called a timeout. That's a technical foul as the Heat are out of timeouts. Oh, boy. Oh, boy is right.
Let's see.
Yeah, here's Eric Spolestra after the game.
You know, we felt like, thought Cade might be in the field. He wasn't in the field. And they, JB just drew up a great play. We didn't have the backside protected. It was just a really well executed play. And then I just made a serious mental error, there at the end. That's on my, that's on me. I feel horrible about it. There's really no excuse for that. I'm 17 years in. We had talked about it in the huddle. I knew that we didn't have anything. I just got emotional and reactive on that, and I just made a horrendous mistake there at the end. It's a shame, because we really fought back. We had some great defensive possessions, hustle possessions, those 50-50 balls. And then Tyler was just sensational. You don't want it to come down to a mental error like that. Yeah, you just would have liked to seen this go double overtime. That's the kind of game it felt like. It deserved to go double OT. And not have somebody get in the way of that. And unfortunately, even as a veteran coach, I got in the way of that.
As we go to break, I will say this. If I played for Eric Spolestra, I would love him even more after that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about accountability and caring and owning your mistakes.
Yep.
And the lesson that gives to kids, adults out there, that everybody screws up. You just go in and own it, man. You just own it.
You know what I would have done as a player?
What?
Lock in.
Yeah. Where was Deebo Samuel when you needed
Lock in, coach.
We'll take a break. When we come back, speaking of the 49ers, one of them just got a lot richer, and I got a special treat for you, Jason Ros. I purposely didn't put this on the
it's a donut.
It's not a donut. I didn't put this on the rundown for a reason. Also, 45 minutes away from UC Davis, tickets for the big match game this weekend against Montana State. We're right back in 2 minutes.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Shop early, save big, all month long during Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Right now, get select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees starting at just $59.98. Don't wait to save. Shop these deals today, in-store or online, because Lowe's knows deals. Discount taken at time of purchase while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company, Zilbon report.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Great ball. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this song kind of slaps. Even
Yeah, that was it.
Supersonic.
But you never heard of Double Dutch.
No,
No.
Matt Barrows.
This was, and by the way, it's not like my dad and I were bumping this song. I'll just never forget. We took a wrong turn. We weren't in the greatest part of town, and I rolled my window down in the back, and I was just looking because there were people out on the streets having a great time. It was a Friday or Saturday night, and somebody was playing this. I said to stop myself there. They were playing this off of a 2-speaker stereo that used to have a fairly offensive name that I just realized.
I paid my taxes.
Is a fairly offensive name on a.
Yeah, I'm like, how is that ever cool?
I was right. I just realized. On a boombox. On a boombox. Boombox is okay.
On a blaster?
There's two terms that were thrown around with relative ease not that even long ago that you look back on and you go, how does that work? One is the blaster. Two, and I still hear some people use this, and it really gets me. It's a very colloquial term for a man's tank top t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
How is that?
I was listening to a podcast the other day where the host said that, and he's like, "Whoa,
right?
I shouldn't say that."
I caught myself too. It was just like a couple years ago. I was like, "Oh God, yeah, nope, don't."
Yeah, why did I get that?
How did that? Well, I'm imagining, like, honestly, here's my guess: cops.
That's exactly what I was.
Okay, cops. They every
one
time,
2 times, and it's like,
and then that's it.
Yeah.
You wear one T-shirt once. I didn't put this on the rundown, Jason, because I wanted it to be. So we haven't addressed this yet, and it's been a few days, but I know for you far more than me. We, along with a couple other people here at the station, lost one of the great ones last weekend, and I just wanted to wait a little bit. Just because, I know you knew Brian Wheeler really well. I know Scott Marsh really knew Brian. I knew Brian. I did not know him like you and Scott did, but every interaction I ever had with Brian Wheeler, whether it was on the phone, whether it was getting advice from him as a youngster, was just amazing. And I don't want to get in, nor should I get into the details, but one of the things that I think really hurts is that I am taking the feeling in my heart that I feel like Brian should still be with us. But he passed away at 62, I think, on Saturday. Way too young. And I've said, look, we go on all day about Brian as a human. But where Brian Wheeler was a real hero to me is very similar to how you or Grant or Mike Breen or Al Michaels or, I'm just such a fan of play-by-play. And I was having this conversation over the weekend with another friend when we were talking about Brian. And I don't know that I've ever used this term before for play-by-play people, but really, there are a lot of similarities between play-by-play folks and literal artists. Like, our ears are your canvas, and it is your job to make us emote through your, in an artist's case, hands, and in a play-by-play person's case, their voice and cadence and emotion. It is your job, especially on radio, to draw us a picture in our minds of what you are seeing and to make us feel things while we're watching. And I'm pretty sure this is from either Portland, the Blazers themselves, or somebody did a tribute to Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you had a chance to hear this or not. And it's going to take up a good portion of the segment, and I really don't care, because I think a lot of, what do we talk about always, Jason? When somebody does pass, usually it's when they're much older, but when somebody does pass, one of the bright sides is you celebrate their life and their accomplishments. And there are people listening right now, and I get it, that are like, when are we talking about Brian Wheeler? Who's Brian Wheeler?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. I think Brian Wheeler is one of the best voices in the NBA. I think he was this God-given talent, like a guy who can throw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and has that lightning bolt in his arm. Brian Wheels had this, just this ability to connect with people. And this is from the Blazers' point of view, so there'll be some Blazery things in there. But here's a little taste of the talent that was and is.
When you find the mattress of your dreams, it's...
No, that's not it. That's what the hell is that? Great, Dave. Is that me? I just did a whole thing on Brian Wheeler, and now I got a stinking mattress commercial. That's not what we wanted, Jason. Have you actually heard the...
I'm not sure if it's the one. I posted one when I wanted to, send something about Wheels, because it was just awesome to work with him. He was so much fun. Wheels After Work was great. I just loved him. He was a great personality, just a great person. But I know how much he loved play-by-play.
Yep.
I mean, that was his true love. So I wanted to put some of his work out there when the news came out. So I don't know if it's the same. I don't know. I haven't heard what you're playing.
Here, I think I got it now. Let's see here. This is
Blazers lost a dear friend as former radio play-by-play announcer Brian Wheeler passed away. He was 62 years old. In his 21 years behind the mic, Wheels was the soundtrack of more than a generation of Trailblazers fans, providing great memories that will never be forgotten. Let's relive some of those right now.
And now, here is the radio voice of the Trailblazers, Brian Wheeler.
Welcome to Portland Trailblazers basketball. Alongside, as always, Antonio Harvey. I'm Brian Wheeler. Happy that you've joined us.
Are you ready to hear the highlights, Blazer fans?
Now the Blazers with the 4 spread. Dallas doesn't have to foul, but they need a stop. Miller against Terry out near midcourt. Now with 10 to shoot. 14 seconds for the game. Andre now, top of the key, throws to Roy. Brandon 3 to shoot. Roy, a fadeaway out front from 3. Missed it. Rebound Kid, 3 seconds. Goes ahead to Terry. Get on him, Brandon. A 3 for the win. It's the game over. Somebody's got to pinch me. I must be dreaming. In one of the most incredible games this building has ever seen, in one of the most incredible games this city has ever seen, the Trailblazers rallying from 23 down, closing the game on a 40-15 run, and they rally to beat the Mavericks 84-82. This best of 7 is tied at 2 games apiece. And once again, we can say it's a great day to be a Blazer. And has there ever been a better day to be a Blazer? Unbelievable. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't believe what I just saw. 3-on-1. Brandon to the hoop, lays it in, and it's fouled. Oh, Brandon, do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Timeout Phoenix, and Terry Porter is confused, concerned, and confounded. You're not a beloved Blazer tonight, Porter.
Oh boy, Wheels. He was rare tonight. I mean, he was ready. He was on fire.
Back to Blake, to Roy, 3-pointer for the lead. Yeah! Timeout Phoenix. They're dancing in the aisles here at the Rose Garden. It's absolute bedlam. 1:01 remaining fourth quarter. And Brandon Roy now with 50 points. Aldridge now to Roy. Roy 2-on-2. Brandon lobbed to LaMarcus, jams it. Ooh, that was nasty. And Fisher ends up on his duff. Controlled by Lillard. A new 24. Aldridge, top of the key jumper. Yes! Time at Oklahoma City. And Scotty Brooks is ashamed, astonished, and astounded, fatigued, flustered, and frustrated, dejected, deflated, and devastated, jilted, jaded, and jolted, mystified, mesmerized, and mortified. And I'm going into my next set of words. Doc Rivers is terrified, troubled, and tormented, staggered, stunned, and stupefied. And he ain't the only one in this building.
Excuse my grammar with the 8s, but it seemed appropriate at the time, and the Blazers would get us. That's not appropriate? It's not really good. Well, from good Mississippi, grammar. we say ain't all the time.
It's Brian Wheeler, just one of the best to ever do it. And he was a better human than a play-by-play voice. And if you heard him just there, you know he was a phenomenal play-by-play voice. Rest in peace, Brian. We love you. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kayte has moved from 8 to 9 because she's a diva. So when we come back, NFL notes.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Including a new rich 49er. We'll get to that next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
When I wake up
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus take an additional 10% off when you buy select major appliances. And don't wait to pick up holiday inflatables under $20. Don't wait to save, in-store or online now, because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 11/6 through 12/4. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ros, and the man behind the glass, Chris Berlard.
Welcome in. UC Davis football this Saturday. Coming up in half an hour, a family 4-pack plus our exclusive Sacktown Sports Parking Pass. Also, today is one of my favorite days of the year. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but you will in just a second. Because today is Happy Exploding Whale Day. And let me tell you.
What?
Oh, you're loco, man.
Oh, I'm not.
To do with one 45-foot, 8-ton whale dead on arrival on the beach near Florence. It had been so long since a whale had washed up in Lane County, nobody could remember how to get rid of one.
The only thing is, we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this.
3, 2, 1. What? You don't know this? I don't know this.
The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. Parked car over a quarter of a mile from the blast site was the target of one large chunk. The passenger compartment literally smashed. Fortunately, no human was hit as badly as the car. However, everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale. It might be concluded that should a whale ever wash ashore in Lane County again, those in charge will not only remember what to do, they'll certainly remember what not to do.
It's a real thing.
I've never ever.
Chris, you knew that, right?
Yeah, I did know that.
That was what, 1970?
How mad was RFK Jr.?
Oh.
That's a perfectly good head that they just blew up.
This whale washes ashore.
I parked 2 miles away, and my car's gone.
You know, there's someone that person that had the car. Something happened that day, and goes, "Could this get any worse?"
Right? Imagine them trying to explain that to their boss.
Yeah.
Why were you late? A big chunk of whale blubber landed on my car.
Well, that's it, Franklin. You get out of here.
He probably was close by, and he's like, man, like to Chris's point, got some whale particles on him. Like,
Yes.
This is awful. I thought I was safe. Tretching back to the car. Oh, no. My car.
And when you think about it, it's the perfect funny thing because nobody was injured. Like if part of a whale had landed on somebody and killed him, I mean, I'm not saying it's not funny.
Yeah.
Okay, but you wouldn't
Definitely
laugh.
not funny.
Definitely not funny.
And no one would laugh at it.
No one would laugh at it, and nor should you. But nobody was injured, so you can laugh.
What's not great, but the what I was thinking was interesting to me is I did not see it. And when the setup was, they did not know how much action was going the other way. I thought it was just going to go burp, burp.
No,
like nothing happened to the whale.
No,
it was the other way.
Let's blow it to smithereens because what could go wrong?
But then even the last part where they were showing like that bulldoze, like there was still a lot of whale
left.
Man.
And I don't know this, and I'm probably wrong, but I honestly think that was in some way the impetus and motivation for the WKRP Christmas turkey episode.
Oh, so good.
I
at least I remember it being good. I don't even know if it's good.
Oh, it's
still good.
Oh, it's so. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. And if you don't know what we're talking about, it's on YouTube. The great helicopter turkey giveaway by WKRP. I think they got that idea from that whale, from just random animal pieces falling from the sky. All right. The Amador Lenore
he's rich.
He's rich. He is rich. 5 years, $92 million.
This seems like a cash grab.
Took 9 games into the season to make it happen, but Jeremy Fowler reported that he has been one of the best. It really not just one of the best, but one of the most, I would say, undersung. You know, when you name off all the badass Niners, I don't know how far down the list he is, but he has really shored up that secondary. Also, special teams work as well. He is now 12th amongst cornerbacks. Was making $3 million this year. Will now make $18.4 million, and just another in the latest line of homegrown middle to late round picks. Fred Warner, 3rd round. George Kittle, Dre Greenlaw, 5th rounders. Purdy, we obviously know what happened there with where he was picked. Good for the Niners, smart move, and he's just such a stud in that secondary.
I think they should just refer to him as badass, like you said.
He's the man.
Yeah, and he's getting paid big time. And he was going to be a guy, like you said, was free agent. Kind of address that, and that's taken care of.
I have a general NFL question for you,
Yeah.
Jason. As there's a lot of stuff going on, including the Steelers taking on the Ravens this weekend. So as
there's some big games this weekend.
You really do. Honestly, this is a fine week 11.
Starting with tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, Commanders Eagles.
Yeah,
7-3 versus 7-2. Probably should be 8-2 Commanders. By the way, you've got the Raiders are back in action against the Dolphins. This time it's for real.
Well, the Niner game's important just because it's division. It's Seattle. They could really do some damage to them.
That's right. Even a Falcons-Broncos game. I mean, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Your Bengals-Chargers is a real big game for the Bengals going into Los Angeles. And then, of course, the game of the week, the Chiefs and Bills, 9-0 versus 8-2. That game is in Buffalo. Don't forget. So you'll have Ravens-Steelers at 10 a.m. You'll have Chiefs-Bills, which that is not a Sunday night. It's really surprising it's not a Sunday night game. They didn't flex that in. You get Bengals and Chargers as your Sunday night instead of Bills-Chiefs. And by the way, really surprising because it's not like before the season you didn't know Bills-Chiefs is going to be huge. That smells to me like one of those CBS, like you're not taking all our good games.
That's our first pick.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So as I bring up the standings here, Jason, we have a couple of minutes. We do power rankings. We do all kinds of stuff. I was thinking about a team that is doing rather well that you don't believe in and think will eventually fade out. And also a team that is not doing well, that you said is not in the playoff hunt.
Okay.
And I'm landing this on you, Gross. I'm surprised. I will give you. I'll start with the team that I don't really believe in. I think they're a good team. I think they will make the playoffs. I have no illusions that this team is a contender in any way, which shape, or form. And by the way, that might be a little bit of confirmation bias because they've done this before. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I we'll see this weekend. It's a big game. I think the Ravens will beat them. I think the Ravens will beat them fairly handily. That defense is great, and Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL. I don't buy it. I don't buy it with Russell Wilson.
He hasn't lost yet.
He has not lost yet. George Pickens, by the way, is a stud. I mean, they've got some players, but I'm not ready to. I'm not ready.
What is it? I don't think they're flashy. Like they haven't looked like they dominate, but they win.
They do. They do.
So what's the difference between them and? Well, I think I know the difference, but let me just do as a counter. What's the difference between them and Kansas City?
Well, I mean, I would start by saying Kansas City is a 2-time defending champion.
That's the biggest. They've won the biggest games, but like their wins are kind of similar.
No, I agree with you. You look at the Steelers' wins. They've beaten the Falcons, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Jets, the Giants, and the Commanders. Now there are some quality wins in there, but really, you're talking about the Falcons, Chargers, and Commanders probably as your biggest quality wins.
Yeah, like they even have a larger point differential with 2 losses.
Than the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. They also lost to the Colts and the Cowboys. Ugh. Yeah, I on one hand with the Chiefs, it feels like, and we've talked about this before. We've talked about this a lot through the years, Jason, that dynastic teams play with their food during the regular season.
But they know how to win.
The Spurs, the Lakers, the Heat, the Niners, even though they haven't won a title, still a dynastic type team. The Chiefs. You get that. And then playoffs come around and it's go time. But I would say if I had to pick a team right now, I'd pick the Steelers. As far as worst, somebody that I think may be able to do better, I'm going to go with your Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
I do. I love the way they look last week, even in the loss. And in looking at their upcoming schedule, they're sitting at 4-6 right now. They're in a gettable conference, and you're looking at Chargers, Steelers over the next 2 weeks. That'll kind of tell us the story. But then you go Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos before they finish with the Steelers. I think there's room for them to pull the season out.
Yeah, I would have the Bengals too. Maybe a little bit of a keep your eye on the Rams. They had a really bad loss on Monday. They're getting healthier. And I think Tampa Bay might be pretty good. Their schedule's getting much better.
I almost picked Tampa Bay.
Even with their injuries, but that division, I think they can catch Atlanta. And I don't think of them as a Super Bowl threat. The Bakers had a good year, and they've got some pretty good talented play. Like the Niners had to work for that one. We know the Niners made a ton of mistakes, but Tampa's part of that. So I think that team might be all right too.
And you mentioned the Rams getting healthier. Well, what else you got to consider too is Leo's getting larger.
For sure.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what are we doing here? Let's look at our expectations for the 4-game homestand.
Okay.
I wonder if ours are different. We'll get to that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And now that the holidays are here, there is no better time than right now to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is back from now through January 2nd. You may say, Kyle, what is the Holiday Love Celebration? Well, let me tell you. At Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, you can discover exceptional offers on a new Mercedes-Benz, like the 2025 GLC 300 SUV. It's just $559 a month for 36 months. They also have a full lineup of SUVs, vans, electric vehicles, and of course, certified pre-owned vehicles with rates as low as 2.99% APR up to 72 months on select vehicles. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton believes in the true Mercedes car buying experience. So make the short drive down I-5 to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton and see what a true car buying experience is really about. Or of course, you can go online at mbofstockton.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros
on Sacktown Sports.
You knew Chris would laugh at it.
Of course I knew he would laugh at it.
It was so great to see it happen, like see him process it.
It's like you just figured out a theorem that was in front of us the whole time. We all just went, oh, no. Off air.
Are you on goofball pills or something?
Russell, by the way, talking about, I was saying the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think I said that's confirmation bias. That's recency bias, Dave, not confirmation bias, which he's right. But also Russell gets the well actually award of the day. You knew what I meant. Shut up. Jeez.
Well, what do you mean by this homestand? What do you think?
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Atlanta. Not going in order here. Phoenix, Atlanta, Minnesota, Utah. I believe this will be a 2-2 homestand. By the way, as you mentioned earlier, kind of weird that we're 11 games into the season. They have a 4-game homestand again with an Eastern Conference team to boot, and they've played every one of those teams.
Yeah, so they'll be done with the Hawks. This is the second game with Phoenix, second game with the T-Wolves, second game with the Jazz.
And by the way, and
wait, how many games will that be? 15 that they'll be done with at the end of this?
15 games.
So they've played 8 of them against these 4, and they also finished with Toronto already.
That's right.
So 10 of their 15 games will be 5 teams. That's weird.
Well, and when you look at their schedule so far, I mean, just think about it. They've played 11 games, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their 11. This is another reason, by the way, I'm a little worried. 6 of their 11 opponents so far are almost certainly not making the playoffs. Almost certainly. Portland, Utah, maybe Atlanta because of the Eastern Conference. Toronto, and San Antonio. So, yeah, 1, 2.
So they've lost to one of them? No, they lost to Toronto, too.
Yeah, so over half their games have been almost certainly against non-playoff teams. And by the way, and that's assuming the Clippers make it, which I think they will, to be fair, but still. And so they are 6-5, and over half their games have been against non-playoff teams. And by the way, those non-playoff teams, 1, 2, 3 of them have been Eastern Conference non-playoff teams, which is the deficient conference of the two. So there are indicators there that there might be something amiss. And now you have Minnesota coming in, which, by the way, will conclude the Kings hosting Minnesota for the season.
Right.
That will be their second home game. Utah, they beat in Utah. Phoenix, they beat in Phoenix. Atlanta, they beat in Atlanta. Now, what does that mean? That also means that those teams are going to want revenge. Now, if you're a great team, it doesn't, okay, you can want revenge all you want. Guess what? You're coming into our home turf. We're going to kick your ass again.
Yeah.
But the Kings got to do it.
What, Friday is the Cup game.
Yeah.
What is it's year 2 of that. What are your thoughts on the indifferent?
Last year was curiosity, indifference. This year, I'll give you my exact take on it. I could not care any less about the NBA Cup unless we're involved in it and winning.
Okay.
That's just my fair take. I don't care, but if I find if we get into the knockout stages, I'm going to be rooting a little more. If we
Absolutely.
If we were to win the NBA Cup, I'm going to go out and get a shirt and jersey and let's raise the thing and all that,
Yeah, and if not, then you just move on.
Then I'm just like, man, I don't
there's
care.
not 4 losses in the group play.
I didn't care about it anyway.
Yeah, because it was interesting. So when Minnesota was here the last time, and we had talked to their voice, Alan Horton, on the show.
Yeah.
But seeing him at the game, I think we said, the next time you're here, it'll be a Cup game.
Yeah.
He's like, he goes, that worked out so great for us last year. So sometimes you think in perspective. Kings were in the same pool as Minnesota. If you remember last year, Minnesota, Golden State, and Sacramento all went 3-1.
Right.
Kings got it on the point scale, whatever it was. But he said it was perfect for us. We went 3-1, so it's a good run. He goes, but they got the 2 other games that were scheduled separately because they didn't advance. And he said they got Memphis, who was down, and San Antonio. Well, they picked up 2 wins.
Right.
And when every win matters in the regular season, the Kings ended up advancing, but they lost to New Orleans, go figure, and then played Phoenix. So, I mean, they played two great teams. And at the end of the year, when you're counting all 82,
right?
I just wonder how I get the concept of the cup.
Yes.
But I don't know overall if it's truly better for some big picture items.
I don't think it is, especially.
But I get it. I get the thought. It's cool. Like, I'm with you. If the Kings advance, I'm rooting for them because that means regular season wins.
Right.
And then if they get in the cup, that's great.
Right.
But it can also, I think on a schedule situation between them and the Timberwolves, not that was the fight, T-Wolves kind of won in that.
Yes.
And the Kings didn't. And you just go, well, that stinks when you miss by a game or two.
But how did Indiana Pacer fans feel about the cup last year? Or Laker fans feel about
the cup? The Lakers fans probably enjoyed it. They won it, the first one, and, they got into the playoffs. But, yeah.
By the way, did you happen to talk to Alan after the game?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Did he tell you what happened? Where he was up calling the game.
Right.
And I guess there were two fans behind him the whole time, loud as hell, because one of them had one of them hearing aids, right? And
Tom?
The whole time. No, I don't know who they were, but apparently all game, all Horton heard was a who. Horton heard a who.
It was okay.
Because they were like, who? De'Aaron Fox. Who?
Are you sure that wasn't Tom?
Might have been. And that's all Horton heard. Alan Horton, the voice of the team, was a who?
Tom was eating donuts.
So anyways, the Hawks come in on Monday, the Jazz Saturday, the T-Wolves Friday in the Cup game.
That's a lot of games.
That's a lot of games.
And the next week, I think there's 2 games all week. The Monday game and like Friday or something.
Not for nothing. This just in, Malik Monk not available in any of them.
No, he will not be.
That's why I took next week off, because I have to get away from Rewind for a second.
Have to get away from what?
Kings Rewind. So that's the only way I was going to be able to.
That's right. What is Kyle Ledbetter doing Kings Rewind? Please tell me no.
No.
Okay.
I've got a plan.
Chris has got a plan.
Yeah.
He literally has a plan for Rewind next week.
Does he?
It was like a big conversation me and Jason had.
Yeah, pre-show.
All right.
Get ready to get your drops ready, Dave.
Let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being it was great, and 10 being I just want to put my face in the garbage disposal, how much am I going to like your plan?
10.
No, 1. Wait, which one?
Wait, 1 being great?
1 being great, and 10 I want to put my face in. 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to like the plan.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Jason, you're saying it with confidence, which makes me believe it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like there's any way I could like this plan, so that really surprises me.
It's a 1.
But I trust you.
That's a weird scale that you did it the other way. But yeah 1 to 10. So sorry.
10 out of 10. Garbage disposal with the face.
No, 1.
1. We'll take a break. When we come back.
Wait, why are you taking a break?
Why am I taking a break? Because, I'm pre-promoting the break we're going to take in 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll do 4 down territory.
Yeah, that's way down the line.
We've also got who's out, who's not. 3 in the key for tonight's game. Katie's going to join us at 9.
Okay.
And we still have.
You do not want to talk about this homestand.
I really do you know why I don't want to talk about the homestand? I don't want to talk about the homestand because I'm mad at the team right now. I don't think they're a good team. I think this is a team that, as it stands right now, is about 500. I think they're built weird. I don't like it, and people don't want to listen to that. And this is what I hate about the job, because I know that people don't want to listen to it, and it's like they do every year. It's Davey Downer. It's like I was Davey Downer last year. What happened? I was Davey Downer. What happened? Davey Downer when the team was imbalanced. And I said they should trade De'Aaron Fox because I didn't think they'd trade Tyrese Halliburton. They traded Tyrese Halliburton. It's always Davey Downer. People don't want to tune in. That's just psychology. They don't want to sit here and listen to some ding dong like me say, guys, I don't think this team's that great. I don't think this team is that great as they're built right now, and I am worried about it. I don't think they're bad, but I don't think they're balanced. And I think they're going to get exposed.
Could there be anything? I mean, it's tough without context. They haven't played the game. So I don't know if putting a number on 4-0 or 3-1, would that change your mind?
You mean on this road trip or on this homestand?
Yeah. Maybe 4-0.
Look, it would make me feel better. Like I was very proud of this team after Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because in a vacuum, I can be proud of this team game to game. But we're talking about a team that hasn't been able to hit the side of the barn all year.
Yeah.
We have no idea if Kevin Huerter is going to return to form. Like I said, I'll say it again and again and again. They have absolutely no front court depth whatsoever. They sorely need a 4 to come in here and help out DeMontis Sabonis. They have one person on the bench right now. Well, Keon Ellis and Malik Monk on the bench. Monk's out for 2 weeks. They have the top 4 people in the NBA in minutes played, and we're 11 games into the season, in which they're 1 game over 500, and over half of those games have been against teams that I guarantee you will not make the playoffs. To me, right now, we're dealing with an illusion. Like, this is an illusion right now.
On the 4 thought, the front court,
yeah.
If they got a 4,
yeah.
That's a bench player, correct?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
I would think so. Yeah, because you're
not moving Keegan.
You're not moving Keegan or DeRozan. Well, no. Actually, I'm sorry. I had a brain freeze there. No, I think in a perfect world, I think this Kings best lineup is let's say it's Bobby Portis, because that's who we've been talking about. You bring Bobby Portis in, he's 6'10", he goes up with Sabonis. You move Keegan back to what I think is his best position, which is 3, and you put DeMar at the 2.
And Herter off the
bench. That to me is, and by the way, if Kevin Herter, God bless Kevin Herter, love him. If Kevin Herter can't function off the bench, then I don't want him starting. I understand the whole, well, you need this and that. I get it. But dude, if you can't function off the bench when you're primarily playing against second team players, then you probably don't need to start, in my opinion. I mean, we're pussyfooting around that way too much. It's just how I feel about the team, and I get crap for it because I get it. People don't want to tune in from your lame marriage and dumb job and God knows what. You want to tune in and escape, and you want to hear about things that are great. But I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to anybody.
I think they would bring Portis off the bench.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're probably right. And I think that would be, in my opinion,
which Milwaukee does. Not saying
they do,
right? But they also have bigger players.
I think they would, just like they bring Malik Monk off the bench, and just like they, started KZ Okpala 2 games last year, and just like they do weird things where it's like, bro, put your best 5 out there and let's just go, and let's stop doing things that we're not good at right now, and let's balance the team out, because you're going to look up.
Aren't they putting their best 5 out now? It's just they're playing a lot of minutes.
No, I don't think they're starting their best 5.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're starting their best 5.
But I think they're playing their best players a lot of minutes.
I think so. But if you're gonna have the top 4 minutes, let's go with the top 5 and put Malik out there for 36. I don't know. We'll take a break. When we come, we're gonna give away UC Davis tickets, and we're gonna have 4 Down territory, as I pre-promoted earlier. Thank you very much. Diablo Lenore, Niners odds, and more right after this.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Wednesday, watch for increasing clouds. And after a cool morning start, we're going to stay cool with highs today in the low 60s. We'll have a line of rain showers move through the region right around noon to about 3 p.m. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
DC here for Folsom Lake Kia, where they make car shopping easy with a huge selection of new Kia models, low payments, and zero down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, your trusted dealer in Folsom for over 25 years. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills that features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's November does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is your unsurpassed spot to find the hottest golf gear, best pricing, and elite expertise. Every club on the shelves can be tried for free on the driving range. 3 TrackMan units and a Hagen Oaks team of skilled fitting professionals provide the finest club fitting experience. Our personable Super Shop staff will show you the newest to help you look and play your best. You love golf. The Hagen Oaks team loves golf too. Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80. Learn more at HagenOaks.com or 916-481-GOLF.
Tom's Watch Bar, your ultimate sports watching destination for all Kings games, hosted live by Sacktown Sports. With 360-degree viewing, surround sound, premium food and drink, and game day vibes that match being at the game, Tom's Watch Bar is the ultimate game day experience for all Sacramento Kings fans.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have a full tank of gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large, because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or a Pro Desk for details.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Shop Big O Tires now through December 8th and buy 3, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Nexen, Nitto, National, or Sumitomo brand tires. Visit Big O Tires for your total auto care services. Installation required. Disposal fees extra. Not valid with other offers. See Big O dealer for details.
Hey Aggie fans, head coach Tim Plow here. Join us in Shredville November 16th for our final home game of the season as we take on the Montana State Bobcats, 5 p.m. This is your chance to send off the seniors in style that have given all for the football team. Football in the fall is what it's all about. So bring your friends and family out to UC Davis Health Stadium and let's get the stands rocking for an important game. Get your tickets today at ucdavisaggies.com/tickets. Go Aggies.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
In the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros.
What you say about the Saturday? What you say about That's how a fish would sing it. The world is the world. Why is this a show? Why are we allowed radio? All right. As I promoted earlier, like a good show host, pre-promoted it twice. 4 Down Territory starts right meow. Christopher Lott. First down.
Pro Football Focus ranked 49ers cornerback Lenore as the 23rd best cornerback in the NFL last season and the 41st this season. Are you okay with them signing him to a 5-year, $92 million extension?
I feel like, Jason, you put some statistics in here to perhaps call into question the contract that they gave Diamador Lenore.
The question's just there; it just shows up.
I think it's a very fair point. A very fair point that you bring up, because by the numbers, no, it's not. It's 100% way overpaying the guy. But when you go within the numbers in the context of the team, out of the vacuum, with who else is on the roster, with how he has stabilized that secondary in such a big way, and remember they're missing Talanoa Hufanga. They're missing a lot of muscle there. This is a guy. It's kind of like Dre Greenlaw. Like Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner and Nick Bosa get all the love. Not that Greenlaw's an unknown, but you ask anybody on that team who loves to hit the most, they're going to say Dre Greenlaw. Like, that dude is just an absolute monster out on the field. And it's one of those things where I think if you asked opposing players, who on the 49ers defense are you most afraid of, you're going to get some people that are definitely saying Diamador Lenore, just because he's so damn good. They need that piece and they need that cohesion.
Yeah, and these rankings, I mean, take them for what they're worth, but also, do you have a chance at getting the guys ranked above him? Are they free agents?
Yeah.
Can you get them? Do you have to pay more? I mean, it's one of those things, like, you have something that you do like that you know will be valued around the league, and he's probably more valuable to them, because if you lose him, you have to replace him.
That's right.
So that's where his value comes in. They like him, and keep him while you can.
They gotta. I don't want to be Jed York and see that monthly payment every month that he's got to pay for these rich football players, but it's a
big one coming.
The interest alone on that's got to be crazy. Second down, please.
The current odds of the San Francisco 49ers to make the playoffs are 59%. If you were to bet, which way would you go with that?
The current odds of the 49ers to make the playoffs are 59%. I would.
Seems low.
It really, really does. And
because of the division, they just have to win the division.
I think 59% is fair if you just treat the 49ers with zero context and say, okay, well, this is their record. This is the record of teams around them, and this is mathematically what it is. I think if you asked most bettors, they're going to say, yeah, there's a far higher chance than 6-10 that the 49ers make the playoffs. Doesn't mean they will for sure.
Right. But they are ahead of Seattle, who they play this week. If they beat them, they'll have swept them. They've lost to the Rams and the Cardinals. Cardinals are ahead of them.
Right.
But they still play them again, and they just have to make sure they're within the game by the time they play them, which is the last game of the year. I trust the Niners, let's put it that way, more than any team in the league. In their division.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, doesn't mean the Seahawks, Rams, or Cardinals can't win it.
No.
I just trust the Niners, what they have, what they've been, and what I still think they can be more than any other.
I think that's what they can be, and I'm glad you said that, because I'm trying to take the red and gold glasses off. But I put it at like 90 plus, not 95 or above. They could miss it, but there are really that many people out there that think the Niners are going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't played their best football. It's still ahead of them, I believe. Yeah. And if it's not, then they have bigger issues.
Third down, please.
There are 11 Heisman Trophy winners currently in the NFL, and 2 of them are on the Commanders, Daniels and Mariota. Tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football, Washington will play against their 9th Heisman winner of the season when they play against Devontae Smith. Cool stat, or just a statistical oddity?
You know what? Yes. It is a cool stat, and it's also a statistical oddity.
Yeah,
but
they played them all. Besides, you can't play your own players, but they played all the other Heisman Trophy winners.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. And look, you and I are both big time college football honks, and we also know that when did college football become dorky? So
I go to school and play football.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, I go to school and play football.
Burn.
You know what's happened, Jason, since 2015? The Heisman Trophy has changed a little bit.
The trophy itself?
The winners. Here's your Heisman Trophy winners since 2015. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Devontae Smith, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. Those are all either really good or probably going to be pretty good, sort of we'll see what happens players. Let me just go back real quick. In 2003, Jason White, quarterback, Oklahoma, by the way. I don't believe he was not drafted. Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Troy Smith, Tim Tebow, Sam Bradford, Mark Ingram. There are many, many instances in history. Ty Detmer, Gino Torretta, Rashawn Salam, Danny Werfel, Andre Ware. God, he was good at Houston, though. Mike Rozier. Many examples, almost as many as not, of Heisman Trophy winners that just don't translate to the NFL. Over the last 9 years, 10 years, they've all translated to the NFL. And in some cases, you've got multi-time MVPs. Looks like you have maybe a future MVP in there, one or two as well. Guys like Derrick Henry. So I love it. And I love that the Heisman Trophy is gaining. It's always been prestigious, but gaining some of that swag back as well as being like, this guy is probably going to be a stud if he wins it.
Yeah, it's the one part that's weird is that they'll Heisman watch like after week one, like, okay, if they one game or two games, like, these are the front runners. Like, okay, let's establish the season a little bit.
Go right, come on, go fly an egg.
Okay, you play football, go school.
What do you say about society? College football is the subject of our fourth down.
College football's latest top 12 was released last night, and 4 teams are from the Big Ten, and 4 are from the SEC. Is that good or bad for college football's new postseason?
So, you're a UCLA guy, and you're the voice of the Sac State Hornets. So I think for you more than me, I think college football for you is a lot more regional.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say.
Probably.
California.
Yeah, but I mean, I follow all of it. Yeah,
no,
I'm
totally.
more attached to,
yeah. Whereas for me, I'm a Florida State guy, which
Right.
is as far away from here as you damn near can get. So
Right.
I'm more of a,
But would you want it to be all SEC or ACC teams? Not all. It's not all,
but you know what I want it to be? I want it to be the best teams. And by the way, if 10 of those are in the SEC, then they're in the SEC. Now, your argument, I would imagine, is going to be, well, how do we know if they're beating the hell out of each other that that's the 10 best in the SEC? Is it a bias? And I think that's a fair argument.
Yeah, so like in the big dance, like the NCAA tournament, it's fun to see the upsets. So
Yes.
like, would we be better off seeing Georgia, who's one that's kind of getting knocked out right now? I think they're a really good football team. They've lost a couple times. Or like SMU. Or we better off seeing Tennessee or BYU. You know what I mean? And it's like, do we really want, like, we kind of want the upsets, but in the end, we probably want to see it being Oregon and Ohio State or whatever.
We've had this conversation through the years. We both want to say that we want the underdog, the small market, this and that. And by the way, those are great sometimes.
But I think they got to go they rarely do they go all the way through.
Right, that's exactly
like they
right.
get close and then they
Like, I remember that Butler missed that rim shot against Duke, but that's about all I remember of Butler. Now, had they won, if we could get Creighton to win at some point, something like that, great. But ultimately, people want to see the blockbusters. They want to see Ohtani versus Judge. They want to see the Yankees and Dodgers. They want to see the big names. So, that being said, I'm all for Cinderella.
Yeah.
You just gotta you gotta go all the way to the prom.
Well, I think by having 12 teams, you just move the scale to like we're gonna have some 2-loss teams. It's like, wait. Yeah, well, they're in the ACC or they're in the SEC. That's why it's so difficult. It's like, or the Big Ten. Well, yeah, but are they the best? So
we'll take a break. When we come back, let's go ahead and get to a who's hot, who's not, and a 3 in the key for the Kings and Suns tonight before we get to Kayte at 9 a.m. 1-800-912-1140 right now. UC Davis football back in action this Saturday. Morning show tickets are yours. That's a family 4-pack on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right meow. Looking for caller number 3 to win that family 4-pack plus our exclusive parking pass. 1-800-920-1140. We're right back after this.
The quest for ring number 6 happens here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Bob Bowles rolls one out and caught the ball. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Listen on Sacktown Sports for all the 49ers action.
Jennings went up and took it away. What a catch by JJ! He scored 3 touchdowns today.
Quest for 6 lives here on your local sports leader, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
At Elk Grove Honda, our recipe for happy holidays is to think Happy Honda Days. Let's explain. Happy is a good thing. We all like happy. Honda stands for quality, reliability, comfort, design, peace of mind, value at resale, and a lot more feel-good words. Days is how long you have left to take advantage of Elk Grove Honda's year-end clearance underway right now. Elk Grove Honda is located in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Febreze.
So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
It's hot. Who is it? I'm really curious.
Yeah. Oz is scary.
Oh, man, if you just give me a second, guys, and just get off my back, I'll tell you who's hot. And I don't want to say it because it's Steph Curry. In the last 15 years, only twice has an NBA player gone a 10-0 run in the last 4 minutes to turn a 2-possession deficit into a 2-possession lead with nobody else on either team scoring in that span. The only other person, LeBron James.
Curry gets Doncic again. Screen by Draymond. Curry gets Lively again.
He wants the three.
Yes, he does. Backs up, shoots a deep three over Lively. It's good! It's good!
Shut up.
Hey.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Tim Roy.
Oh, was that Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Dork.
Someone else.
Bob.
Oh, Bob Fitz?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Tim Roy.
No, apologies. I rescind my shut up to the great Tim Roy, former KHTKer.
Absolutely.
Good friend. My fault. Who's not? But the spirit of shut up remains.
Yeah.
Not shut up to Tim, but shut up to Steph Curry doing
thoughts.
things. Yeah. Who's not?
Joel Embiid. In the 111-99 loss to the Knicks last night, he was 2 of 11, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 rebounds. Hey, he did 5 assists, so good for him.
Okay. Yeah. Great for you, Joel Embiid. Wouldn't that be great? What if he changed his name to like Joe L, like John L. Sullivan?
Isn't that what your daughter thought his name was?
Joe L. Embiid. I mean, it technically is. I'm gonna say to you guys. Would it be bad radio if I did my the trainings I'm behind on air?
Yeah.
I have to knock these out.
You're way far behind. Oh, that hurts you over other side of the pond. That phrasing.
That's a great point.
What?
I mean, I'm not gonna, but
I don't even know what's due. Are you way past due?
It's like the 5th. Like I have to make sure I know what phishing and spoofing and spamming and pamming and slamming is, and where John walks into your establishment in a top coat and follows you to your computer and asks you for your password. You've never met John before. Do you give him your password? Well, of course.
Yeah, and my lunch money.
Duh.
He's got a top coat.
That's right. It's always like some goofy, like Ann and Billy are having a conversation in the break room. Ann reaches over and just punches Billy right in the face. Is this a form of harassment?
I like when there's videos and audio, and like I think we ought to act those out. Our show.
Why can't we do? That's actually a great idea. Why can't we volunteer?
To be the actors?
Give us the script and let us do the video. Training.
Yeah.
What's fun is when you become a manager, it's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's much.
No, I will not argue that. I can only imagine the train. And by the way, let me just say, we're having fun. We appreciate the fact that the company keeps us on top of everything constantly, and we take it very, very seriously. I'm just saying it would be more fun. And by the way, not only would it be more fun if we did it, it would be educational, like our own Sesame Street.
Yes,
but for other things. Let's get to 3 in the key, please. The count. There you go. Aaron has one. Is it, and this is what trainings should be. Is it okay to microwave fish in the workplace? No, it is not under any circumstance.
Under the Carmichael Dave rules.
That is the rules of the world.
No, fish followed by egg salad.
Well, you would microwave egg salad?
I don't know.
Fish.
Go fly an egg.
Go lay a kite. Broccoli. I love broccoli. Don't microwave it here.
Chopping broccoli.
Don't eat egg salad here. Don't eat hard-boiled eggs.
Tuna?
That's fine, but don't be like Tom and bring in like a trout sandwich where it's like its tail is off the bread.
Eyeball. It does, doesn't it?
It just flops out, dude. It's so weird, and it's just like white bread, trout fillet,
with nothing else,
and bread, maybe some mustard, maybe mustard.
Really should have got him a donut.
Screw his donut. What? 3 in the key.
All right, we are going back to this with tonight's game of the Kings and the Suns. The thin bench that the Kings have. Who will be the bench point leader and how many points for the Kings?
Trey Lyles with 8.
All right, I'm going to go Keon with 13.
One more time.
Bench leader in points for the Kings.
It is going to be Trey Lyles with 11.
Okay. The last time they played the Phoenix Suns, De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan, specifically DeRozan took over in the 4th, but we're looking for 2 of the best clutch players. 4th quarter points, Dave. Fox, 4th quarter. DeRozan, 4th quarter points.
4th quarter points for each of them?
Yep.
Give me 6 for Fox, 7 for DeRozan.
I have 9 for Fox, 5 for DeRozan.
I'm going to say 10 for Fox, 10 for DeRozan.
Ooh. And a random stat, something weird, something different, something odd that you predict will happen at the game you will be attending, Carmichael Dave.
It's not a random stat, but I guarantee it's going to happen. Somebody somewhere, regardless of where I am, is going to publish a photo of me eating popcorn. First game of the year, the cameras will be out.
Actually, Vegas has a line on that, and the favorite is Scott Moak to take the picture of you.
If I'm
popcorn.
anywhere,
he gets you quite a bit.
He is not a good friend. I spent all day with him yesterday too, and he's
going to get you.
Yeah,
and the rhythm.
By the way, I'm not going to say this on the air, but I found out the nickname his daughter has for him, and I'm planning it's so great, it's so cute, and first off, that is how he's known to me now. Secondly, I'm going to get him a whole line of gear, like merch, like a mug, a shirt.
It's that good.
It's just super cute name. Yeah, that's who he is to me now. I'll tell you off the air.
I am going to go with my random stat. These two teams played an overtime game a couple days ago. We're going OT again tonight. Overtime game. Chris?
I'm going to say Booker will have 40 points or more.
He always does that with Booker. Okay.
I don't like Booker.
I don't like you.
Wow.
Wasn't Booker that character in Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes.
You have a Booker hanging.
Did we get a winner?
Yeah.
We did.
No chance.
No chance?
No chance.
Chris? No, I'm doing a no look.
Point plus 650.
Plus 650.
Are you doing just over the shoulder, over the head?
that.
Oh, yeah. No
Oh,
chance.
plus 1,300.
Yeah.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, worse. That was
No. I hit it.
What?
The Aaron Fox thing.
You did not even hit that.
That was warm up.
It wasn't that close.
Third.
Closer.
How about you work on this during the break?
No. We'll take a break as soon as I make it.
Well, we'll be here a while.
All right, we'll take a break.
You made it.
I made it.
Sure.
When we come back, Kayte Christensen will join us, and she'll join us after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SacktownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text BODY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BODY to 42424. That's BODY to 42424. Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-field SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions. Plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your truck. trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopiers.com.
The year was 1948. The Sacramento Symphony was founded. Harry Truman was president. Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver was born. And Walter Keyes opened his first Naturewood home furnishing store 76 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keyes family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keyes family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ros.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros on Sacktown Sports.
Disagree. Welcome back. Carmichael Dave. Jason Ros. Christopher Long. Normally we have Kayte Christensen join us at 8, but
I think this could be our new time.
I guess so, because when the TV people do the thing, you just do what the TV people want to do. You don't object. They want to come on at 9, they come on at 9. They want to come on at 8, they come on at 8. They don't want to come on at all, they don't want to come on at all. What was it last week? They want to not call in. You know what? You're just happy to have them. Joining us right now. The voice, one of them, of your Sacramento Kings. Former WNBA player. Native of likely California, Alturas. Santa Barbara, UC, Santa Barbara Gaucho. Kayte Christensen. Good morning.
Good morning.
You didn't know where that was going either, did you, Katie?
You never do, really, Jason.
Yeah. Just running through the history.
I know, but I could see the wheels turning. I was like, there's
her nephew one time, Zane, dove through a inner tube in my pool.
Oh, successfully. Oh, well, that's good.
Actually, I think Katie did too, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Which
stunts.
Yeah. Good story. Yes.
Didn't that happen? Am I remembering that right?
Yes, it happened long time ago. He's like a grown man now.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since then.
Yeah.
So he's a little kid to me, but I think you dove through.
He's a much larger man than you.
Is he really?
6'8".
Whoa.
Are you serious? He's 6'8"?
Yeah.
Dude, he came up to like my nipples the last time I saw him. He's 6.
Okay.
I'm just
That's
saying.
a visual everyone would prefer not to have.
What? Free the nipple. I'm just saying that's
he's a lot taller now.
He's a lot. Wow. Is he big? Like not tall, but like, big?
He is about the size of one of my legs. Yeah, hasn't quite filled in yet.
Oh, okay. He's okay. I got it. Well, I don't know how to react to that. All right. Kayte, I'm of the opinion, and we have these conversations quite a bit, but I'm mad at the team a little bit, and I am worried about tonight. The Kings are. I know you don't get into odds, but the Kings are favored by 7.5 tonight by Las Vegas, which worries me quite a bit. This smells like a revenge game. It's their first game back from a road trip. They have no Malik Monk, and they can't hit the ocean if they threw a ball out of the boat when it comes to 3-pointers. So what do we say to that?
Yeah, I mean, the 3-point shooting is, now 11 games in, and it's a little bit troubling. I think when any team that relies heavily on a 3-ball for success, when they're not hitting for that amount of time, it's troublesome. But it's this team, I think we're still trying to figure them out. I mean, when you look at it and you've got, your big 3 players in DeMar De'Aaron and Domas, that really none of them are high, well, it's not to say De'Aaron's not a high volume 3-point shooter, but his certainly hasn't fallen this year. And I think it has a lot to do with, his hands, having those 2 fingers, the pinky finger and the ring finger taped. I mean, it changes your grip on the ball, your hold on the ball, everything. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, or if, he's just struggling with the 3-ball and consistency early in the season, but none of them are, they're big time scorers, but they're not big time 3-point shooters. So I don't know if the dynamic of the team has changed in that sense. They've obviously been able to win games and play fairly well despite their 3-point shooting. I want to believe it's going to change because they have too many good 3-point shooters on the team to think that this is just a new reality. But, they're facing a team that they played really well just a couple games ago in Phoenix. Obviously, Kevin Durant is out for a couple weeks. But Malik Monk not being available also throws a wrench in the plans for Sacramento. So, I understand kind of hesitation with them right now, but I think that, I truly believe that this team has not quite adjusted to kind of identity, each other, the coaching staff, rotations, all of those things. I think it's still being worked out. I mean, adding a piece like DeMar, it's not like adding a complementary piece. He is a major piece. And I think they're still kind of figuring out their flow and identity a little bit.
Kayte, what's interesting, I agree with you. I mean, I think we all believe they'll be better at shooting, at least not this bad. I don't know that they'll be, one of the great shooting teams, but I found it interesting. I think maybe even you asked him, Coach Brown, in one of the post games, I know it was somewhere on the road, that sometimes while these struggles are going on, he'll still reference and think they need to take more. Yeah. And I find that interesting. How about you?
No, I don't find it shocking because, every coach's, kind of dynamic now is that you've got to take a volume of 3s. 3s are better than 2s in this NBA these days, in this day's NBA. So I think that, it matters because they're a good offensive rebounding team. Keegan Murray has been excellent. Kevin Huerter has been excellent. So it does put you in a position, 3-point shots usually have a better chance in terms of coming up with offensive rebounds. But also I think it's important for him to say it because he doesn't want his team to hesitate to kind of mentally get in their heads about the 3-point struggles. You want to try and, instill some confidence in them. But I mean, everyone is shifting. I mean, when we played Miami, Spolestra he's like, listen, we want 3s and layups, which kind of reminds me of the Kevin Love days in Minnesota. Like they just did not want mid-range shots at all. And that's just kind of where the league is at. So I'm not surprised. I think it's for a variety of reasons. They all make sense. But I do think that 26 threes is just not enough. And that was the reference he was talking to in the game where they went like 3 of 26, I think. So that kind of, I get it. I understand that.
Kayte Christensen joining us, and we've got a depth issue. And look, I agree with everything you're saying. Let me just say that from the jump. I'm not fighting back on any points you're making. I just don't know how you coach it. Like, how do you coach you're not making threes? And how do you coach? It's like, how do you coach them making all their free throws? Did they do a new drill in the offseason and now all of a sudden they're leading the league in free throws? Obviously, adding DeMar DeRozan's a huge part of that, but everybody else is making their free throws too. So how the hell do you coach this or coach out of it?
Well, the making the free throws thing, I think, is a direct result of them struggling so bad last year. And when you look at how things ended up in the Western Conference and then missing the playoffs and how a couple games can make the difference, I think we can point to well more than a couple games where their lack of being able to convert at the free throw line ended up and resulted in a loss. So I think that was just a focus going into the offseason where guys went and just did a much, much better job. But it's the same thing that I've been talking about during the games about the three-point shooting, really. The last opponent, and my goodness, San Antonio is not a great three-point shooting team at all. But when you have a guy like Victor or anybody that knocks down a few threes straight out of the gate, it gives the rest of the team a confidence and a looseness to their game. And I think the same thing kind of applies at the free throw line. When you see guys step up and knock them down and they're not missing, everyone's pretty loose. But when guys are missing, every time another guy steps up to the line, it's like, God, I got to make these. I got to make these because we're missing. These make a difference, so on and so forth. And so I think that mentality is, it's very synergistic across the board for everyone else on the roster. But in terms of the 3-point shooting, like Mike saying, hey, we need to shoot more. That's kind of how you coach it, is to say, I have faith in you. And you have to just be in the gym. I can't remember what game it was last year, but there was a game, and I do remember because it was Oklahoma City and there was a tornado warning and the guys had to stay in the gym. Kevin Huerter had been struggling from three, and he just went straight back out on the floor and just got a workout in shooting the 3-ball, and he shot better after that. So I think a lot of it is just putting in the extra time. It's reps.
Kayte, just to follow up on that, because you said get in the gym. I've seen this question for a minute now, and I'm not going to dismiss it because we saw this happen with De'Aaron Fox a couple years ago. I know you're not a doctor or a physical therapist, but do you think there's any chance that Keegan's bulk, his added bulk, might be what's affecting his shooting? Because nobody understands why this dude ain't shooting.
No, I mean, he added last year, obviously, and he didn't shoot the 3-ball as well as he did in his rookie year. I don't believe in that. I personally, having played, I don't think that adding muscle affects your shot to that degree. Now, with Grayson Allen, who put on like 25 pounds of muscle in the offseason and a lot of it in his upper body, and he shot 46%, led the league a year ago. Yeah, that is puzzling to me. But the reality of it is, for Keegan, he's still a really young player in this league, and he has to develop his NBA body. But I think that Keegan does so many other things now that it's not just purely 3-point shooting for him. He's added a lot of different components to his offensive game, and I don't know if it's just, hey, we're not shooting the 3 as much. We're focusing on other things as well. I don't know if it's mental. I mean, it's really hard to kind of ascertain what the issue is there.
Kayte, one of my concerns, I mean, the obvious one we just addressed was the 3-point shooting. I'm a little concerned about the impact of the bench. And when you lose Malik, that's certainly going to hurt. So that's understandable. And as a result of that, it's put a lot of minutes on the starters, and those guys have really been good. So what do you think would be a resolution? I mean, I know Mike Brown's trusting those guys. The results he's getting from the starters are great. What do you think they need to do differently to get more out of whoever comes off that bench for the Kings?
Well, I agree with you. The bench production has been troublesome. And, there's not a lot of turnover on the bench in terms of, the same bench unit that, was top 5 in the league. Not, what was it, a year ago? Was it last year, year before? I mean, they've been a really productive bench for a while now. I think the difference is that before, when you had De'Aaron and Domas, Mike Brown, his substitution patterns was, okay, you want to always try and have one or the other on the floor with that second unit, but there was also times when both of them were out. Right now, I mean, you might have just one of those guys sitting out, and you've got, like, say, Domas and DeMar on the bench or on the floor together. So I think that there's less shots available for the bench now because you've got 3 guys that are always going to be the focus. And if 2 of them are on the floor, then, the other 3 guys out there aren't getting as many shots. So I think that's part of it, but they haven't shot the 3 well. And a lot of the bench scoring has been from Malik Monk, and he has had a slow start offensively to the season. So it's a combination of those things. But like I said, I think a lot of it is, and Mike Brown has been very vocal about the fact that he's still figuring out his rotations, groupings. And then part of it is, forced. Kevin Herter missed a couple games because he was sick. Malik Monk is now out with the ankle sprain for at least a couple weeks. So then it's like, then you're going deeper into your bench. You're figuring out different rotations because of that. So, it's not been an ideal circumstance. Trey Lyles came back at the start of this season after missing preseason. Kevin Herter missed preseason. So a lot of these things it's about reps and not even just reps. It's also about getting in game shape. So it's great when you're in practice and you're doing your 3-point shooting, you're working on your scoring. But it's a different component when you get into the game and you're winded and your legs aren't quite beneath you. A lot of the shots they're short. That's the reality of the situation. So to me, it's more of you need to kind of get in that game shape situation.
Kayte, what is different when 2 teams play each other in a short period of time, like the Suns, the home and away that they're about
easier?
Yeah. Is it easier for both?
It's easier for both. Yeah, absolutely. It's easier for both just in terms of prep. And it was, they prepped really well for Phoenix. We're not able to because San Antonio was second night of a back-to-back. So, you didn't even have a shoot around. You had a walkthrough in the hotel and game film. And so that's different. It's harder always in that situation. And you'll be working on some stuff for San Antonio a little bit before the Phoenix game, but you really have to focus on each game at hand. And that's the priority. So, corporate knowledge, you just played them. You played them well. What went well, what didn't go well, what you need to change and adjust. And it's easy to do that within a few days of each other. It's just for both teams. It's an advantage for both teams.
And you can't say both here. Did Devin Booker, in your opinion, have an off night, or was it the defense the Kings played on him?
Did he have a what night?
An off, not like Davion Mitchell, but did Devin Booker have an off shooting night for him?
I couldn't tell if you said off or awesome. I was trying to figure out.
OFF.
Yeah.
Did Devin Booker have a bad night, in your opinion, or was it the Kings' defense they played on him? Which was more?
I didn't really think he had an off night. I thought he had a great impact. He may not have, scored or shot the ball percentage-wise great, but we touched on it a little bit in the San Antonio game. If you guys look up, kind of on-ball ISO defenders, and you look up the stats, De'Aaron Fox is
number one.
He was at there's different categories, right? But in the top, he was top 6. And I mentioned it during the San Antonio game in terms of defenders that are isolation, like it's an ISO situation. They're not there's no double teaming, none of that. And Alex Caruso was at top, but it was like 9 possessions a game or 9 field goal attempts a game. And then the next 4 guys, drastic drop in terms of the number of shot attempts. And then De'Aaron Fox was at 6, and they do it based on field goal percentage, but the number of shot attempts was 15 for De'Aaron. So he is so focused and challenging himself and taking on the challenge of guarding primary offensive scorers and down the stretch especially, and he's done really well at that. So I want to say defensively the Kings have done a good job, and a lot of it I feel you have to credit De'Aaron Fox with that.
Kayte, we know Durant's obviously out. Well, I'm not sure about Nurkic. He missed last night, but if it's not Nurkic and Plumlee's in there, differences there for Sabonis and some of the things the Kings may or may not try to do if in fact Nurkic is out.
I don't think it changes a lot with Nurk out because they run Mike Budenholzer has changed their offensive approach in a large way, and they're another team like Miami. And I think this has kind of impacted Phoenix a little bit, but their record is obviously great. But a lot of that has to do with having Kevin Durant and Book and Beal. But they do not want as many mid-range shots this year. They want layups and 3-point field goal attempts. Well, both KD and Devin Booker, they are, without a doubt, players that do well and thrive in the mid-range game. And I think more than anyone, it's been a difficult adjustment for Devin Booker in that sense. But, what they do is they spread the floor, 5 out, do a lot of screen action on the top, some on the sides. And the Kings struggled with that. And they struggled, with it against San Antonio as well. But I've got to wonder if they're going to, have looked at that, if the officials are going to have looked at that game and how they called it. I felt like Phoenix got away with a massive number of moving screens. It was absurd to me. And basically, if you've got a 5-out situation and you've got kind of a moving screen at the top, there's no way you're getting around and defending that screen action well at a high level, at a consistent rate. And I felt like that was something that, to me, just really stood out in that game, where Nurk and Plumlee do a great job of setting screens and flirting with every single time it being illegal. So the Kings have to figure that out tonight. There was way too many, high pick and roll action where you're getting a bucket right at the rim because you've got a diver and you're so spread out with so many shooters around. It's really hard rotation-wise to cover the shooter in the corner and still be able to get that guy diving to the basket and defend that at a high level.
That's Kayte Christensen, the color analyst for your Sacramento Kings. She will be in action tonight with, do we know, is it Mark or Kyle? I never know.
I believe that it is Kyle tonight because I think Mark is calling some ESPN action.
It should give you
Don't quote me on that.
Like you get the schedule and it's got like purple for home and like white for road. You should get a schedule where it's all colored out for like Kyle games and Mark games.
Yeah, but first of all, it doesn't really change much for me. In terms of me doing my job. But the thing is, with Mark's schedule with ESPN, it's not as set as it has been in past years, a little bit more up in the air. They've got a lot going on over there, as we all know. So I think things are still kind of constantly changing in that sense.
Well, good luck tonight with Kyle or Mark.
Hey, Dave's going to be at the game.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I know. See, I just wanted to warn you, Kate.
First game of the year.
Thank you. I'll make sure to hide out.
Yeah, and I will not be getting you a hot dog. So don't ask.
I won't. Trust me.
You always ask me to get you a hot dog.
I do not. I asked one time.
That's always.
It's always in his mind.
Every single time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. See you later.
Okay, guys.
All right. Okay. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Kayte Christensen. I think she's asked more than once.
Okay. Think she'll ask you tonight?
No, because she said she wouldn't.
Okay.
I think she would have. No, she will not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know. She sits down front. I don't know where I'm going to be.
I will say that media hot dog.
Yeah.
It's choice.
Okay.
It is, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right.
At halftime. I always miss out on those.
I told you I'll go get you one.
Okay.
Ain't no problem.
Ain't no problem.
Media hot dog, Costco / Sam's Club hot dog.
Ooh, it's different.
Ooh,
They're different hot dogs. Like you're talking about like franchise hot dog versus like all-star hot dog.
Well, which is the franchise?
Costco.
Okay, so it's better.
It's an all-star dog, though. That's
yeah,
good.
all-star dog's good.
Yeah. You got a Hall of Famer versus like a good one.
Yeah. So like you
Not
have
a bust.
No, you have like Giannis is the Costco dog, and like Devin Booker is the media dog. What? He's not. Is Devin Booker a franchise player?
He would be. Yeah, he is. You do not like Devin Booker.
I think you don't like him, and then me liking him makes you hate him even more.
Yeah, it's true. I can tell he's not.
That's true, and that's true, and also maybe other things. Just saying, not a fan.
That's okay.
That's not.
But he's
fan.
a stud.
He is a stud. He is a very good basketball player.
I'd love him on the Kings.
Oh my gosh. What if the backcourt was Devin Booker with James Harden? Coached by Doc
Map
Rivers.
out the parade right now.
You know what? Fit me from a Thunder jersey.
Doc Rivers is the coach. James Harden, Devin Booker. Who else can we get on our 5?
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen is starting.
What's that guy, Dick? Toronto.
Dick?
Grady Dick. I don't really hate Grady
no,
Dick.
they don't talk about him.
Draymond Green.
Yes, Draymond. We need a 5th to see if it's the all just drive Dave crazy team.
Well, honestly, here's the thing. Even though I really like this guy, if Harden was on the team, then it would be Joel Embiid. That would be the most unenjoyable Sacramento King because
okay. Can we get you that team? But there's one caveat. We give you a little treat. You get Ben Simmons.
I wouldn't do that to Ben as he's coming back.
I got to protect my precious Ben.
He almost said a double-double the other night.
Almost, and he did.
He flirted with it. He was
did.
like, "Hey, double-double, you looking good."
I can't get to you.
I can't. I'm close. Oh my God! What was it? So James Harden, Devin Booker, Joel Embiid,
Grayson
Draymond
Allen.
Green.
Draymond.
Can I be
Green.
honest with you? That's probably a pretty good team.
Coached by Doc Rivers.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm saying it's not a good team anymore. Coached by Doc Rivers.
Is that the worst coach we could put for you?
I mean, I don't actively hate Doc Rivers. I just think he sucks.
Well, but I can't think of another coach that you would.
Is there a coach that I can't stand?
Oh, would Luca be on the team?
I don't hate Luca
I'm
as
out.
much as Chris.
Chris is done with this game.
Who do you? Hey, which is more for you? Your dislike of Luka Doncic or your love of Devin Booker?
Which is more?
Yeah.
Love of Devin Booker. I don't even hate Luka Doncic, the person. And like, this isn't even fair to him. I hate how like, as soon as he got drafted, guaranteed multiple championships, multiple MVPs. Yeah. That's a guarantee. It's like, okay, so if he has Dirk Nowitzki's career, that means that he failed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
and once again, that is not his fault. That is just me internalizing it.
That's fine. No, I understand the hate. Head coach Steve Spurrier.
Okay,
we're crossing sports. I was just trying to think: is there a coach out there I just cannot stand? I feel like there is, and I'm forgetting it. I'm trying to think of like, I don't hate George Karl. I just think he's old. Trying to think of, there's got to be a Kings head coach that I didn't like.
Well, maybe it was Karl.
I didn't like him as the coach. Yeah. I don't dislike him as a human.
But I think that's what we're talking.
Well, he's kind of a wiener.
I mean, he is just old man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just old man. Look at my life.
I'm a lot like you.
Why? When we
come back, more singing.
Come back. What to watch, and then crosstalk with Alan Style. We'll do all that right after this.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles the man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
And we know that the holidays can be tough for some, so don't be afraid of your past this upcoming holiday season. And I'm talking about an expungement. That can help. It can help you get a job. You can also get your constitutional rights back with an expungement. And right now, Gonzalez Law, they're offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas. SacLegalDefense.com is the website. The phone number is 916-304-9187. And that expungement, maybe something happened in your past that's keeping you from getting to where you want to get to. Well, that expungement can help. That clean start. Gonzalez Law, locally, right here in town, downtown Sacramento, can help you with that. He also can help with wrongful termination cases, sexual harassment cases, auto accidents. If there's a need for representation, I want you to know about the name Gonzalez Law. Again, SacLegalDefense.com. Call him at 916-304-9187. That's SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Check, check, and check. That's the sound of me getting a jump start on my holiday list. But I can't take all the credit. Kohl's makes it too easy. I got my daughter a mini instant camera, my husband his favorite cologne, my sister Kookaburra by UGG slippers, and that's just the beginning. Then I got 20% off some of my other gifts. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Select styles. Offer valid to November 23rd. Coupons do not apply to Tech, Sephora at Kohl's, and Kookaburra by UGG. Some exclusions apply. See store at Kohl's.com for details.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive. Like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go? I did it. I got the job. I can't believe it. I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. Stockton Honda.com.
Number one claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's Old Report.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ros.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
I'm excited.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay,
What's next?
I have a present for you.
Oh, I like this.
You and me, and probably others.
How excited should I be on a 1 to 10 without even knowing what this is?
I think I don't want to say a 10, but I don't say that lightly.
Okay.
I will say this. I'm at a 10.
You're at a 10. Okay.
I'm at a 10. Let me make sure this
is
works.
Chris going to like this?
I don't think Chris will care. I don't think he'll care as much as we
Interesting.
do.
It's narrow casting. Okay.
I'm going to play you a trailer.
Oh, well, okay.
I would say you're correct.
It rocks, but it doesn't rock too hard. The singers all seem to be saying, hey, it's going to be okay.
It's perfect sitting down dancing music.
Also known as Yacht Rock.
Let's
LA in the 1970s.
go.
It's an amazing time. There's these really talented
I gotta be
session
careful
guys
here.
who can play anything.
Steely Dan.
The Doobie Brothers, Toto,
Kenny Loggins.
Christopher Cross.
Sorry, I had to do that.
Good catch.
Thank you. There's one more.
You have these sensational white musicians who had been acculturated on black music styles.
You write what you hear, what you feel.
A lot of the black stations picked up my first album. They made it a hit. It caused a buzz that we weren't used to getting.
Just seemed to really connect with the audience.
These artists provided the soundtrack of our lives, and then suddenly all that changed.
The video killed the radio star thing. It was just absolutely true in my case.
Top 40 careers have a natural end. They always do and always will.
I expected to be totally forgotten by the end of the 80s.
That's what a fool believes, Kenny.
Okay, that's okay.
That's what a fool believes.
The term yacht rock emerged from a comedy show.
All of a sudden, this new genre we made up started to get embraced by the world.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna say a bad word there, and we're
Both records. I always thought it was
such a long way to go.
I began to see that it was a kind of ass-backwards way to honor us.
Obviously, it made an impression on somebody.
Christopher Cross and Michael McDonald sitting down together doing interviews. Are you kidding me? Yacht Rock, baby.
Love you.
Okay, did I over or undersell it?
Perfect. You crushed it. You crushed it.
I think you guessed every single part of that.
Chris didn't like it. You and
Yeah.
I are.
No, I didn't not like it. I just don't care.
Just don't really.
You just played dork.
Yeah. Yeah, you played dork.
Yeah.
I paid my taxes.
Perfect.
November 29th. Just
Yacht
in
Rock
time
is
for
a
the
staple.
holidays. Oh, it is. The Yacht Rock. This is the oldest segment we've ever done, but I don't even care.
Here's the thing, too. I'm going to end up watching it.
Yeah, but yes.
Every time. So you changed something on Yacht Rock for me, just the one specific song when you showed me the Rick Moranis SCTV.
That's a long way to
He
go.
leaves the studio, comes back. Oh my gosh. I think of that every time that song comes on.
Of course you have to. It's so good.
Yeah.
By the
Thank
way,
you.
No,
you delivered.
You know what? Gotta say, thank you, Bill Simmons, the executive producer and director.
I'm like, Tom didn't.
Tom did not do any of that. Oh, I am so ready.
Yes,
I'm so ready. I got the John Williams documentary on Disney. I gotta watch. I got the Yacht Rock documentary. Was it this time last year? Maybe it's 2 years ago. They had the 4-part Beatles doc on Disney. Then I got what?
Him fighting words.
No, I need that's good. That's more appropriate.
That's
All right. I think I could do that.
You want to start your list?
Sons of Kings?
No. What do you watch? What do you have coming up?
Oh, I've got the John Williams documentary.
That's bad.
What else you got?
I've got the Yacht Rock documentary.
That's bad.
You watched 2 years ago. What did you watch?
2 years ago, I watched the Peter Jackson version of the Beatles documentary.
That's bad.
But tonight you've got Kings and Sons.
That's good.
Also, Deadpool and Wolverine just came out on TV.
That's good.
Morrissey live in concerts tonight.
That's good. That's bad.
Billionaires.
That's bad.
Communism.
That's good.
Socialism.
That's good.
Marxism.
That's good.
Making money in a fair.
That's bad.
Yeah, see.
We tried.
That's the internal dialogue in Chris Verlaud's head.
Like we've literally had these conversations.
So did Marxist Christopher Laud.
That's good.
The undefeated Cavs take on the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. That's in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, Jason Ros.
They're bad.
They are.
And that's Sa.
Yeah, they are. They're on the bus.
You got to use that one, Chris.
They're on the struggle bus. Did you have this, Jason, that the 76ers and Milwaukee Bucks would be a combined 5-16?
Yeah, because they're going to figure it out right when it's time to play the Kings.
That's right. That's bad.
Yeah.
Pelicans, or are they the Pelicans?
Right now they're the Cans.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And
keep
Thunder.
burying them.
Keep burying them. I'm fine with that.
They're the Thunder.
Lightning and the Thunder. That happens tonight. Grizz at Lake. And T-Wolf at Blazer.
Again?
Yeah.
Last night.
They played each other.
Isn't that weird? They played on the cup court. Now tonight they'll just play on the Blazer
court.
Yep.
By the way, those cup courts are sometimes a little hard to look at.
It can be.
I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka or something.
Yeah.
I'm on some sort of droog.
You also said Clippers Rockets. Did you say that one?
Did I say Clippers?
Yeah.
Screw the Clippers.
Yeah. And the Rockets.
And the
Rockets.
So yeah, anyways.
So you're going to the game tonight. Is it just you?
Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, from the fam.
With Sam.
I'm Sam and Matt Graham and our friends at Jiffy Lube. We're doing a thingy dingy ringy dingy.
So is Sam going as a fan?
I think he is.
Oh,
wow. He's fan-naming.
Yeah, he's fan. Yes, Sam Fanning. he's. I think so. I mean, he may. I'm sure he'll do some work after,
probably.
But he's going as a fan, and I do believe I was told there were going to be chicken fingers. So that's good.
Yes, that's good.
That's good. Yeah. So there's
that's
that. Yeah. I actually think we're honestly. You asked where I was. I didn't have an answer for you, but I actually think we are in the Sacktown Sports Box.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
But I don't look. No offense. I don't want their popcorn. The box popcorn is fine.
Yeah,
but it's not the other one. The freshly popped, hot buttered popcorn.
Right.
That's what
the good stuff.
The good stuff. Too much.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, I'll have a belly full of butter.
Any brownies? No.
I don't know the last time I had a brownie. For at least from at a game, because I just, you know what, honestly, I've said this before, that was just somebody caught a picture of me rolling. There was nothing left in the media room, so I had
they don't even do those anymore.
No, they don't. But let's be honest, I don't have much use for a brownie without milk, and there's not a lot of milk at Golden One Center.
Get your milk here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of milk there.
Yeah,
I actually want to know if you can purchase milk at Golden One Center. That's a good question.
I'm going to guess, well, would they do that for kids at all?
Is there maybe milk at one of the bars because they make a White Russian?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
But do you order that separately? I mean, that they might just have like a container.
I'll see why you couldn't. I can go to a bar and order like Mr. and Mrs. T's Bloody Mary mix.
Oh.
And with a little lime.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice mocktail.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. A little bit of ice, not too much to water it down.
Light ice.
Yeah. Hopefully they keep the cans in the fridge.
Right.
So it's not warm tomato. No, they don't want warm tomato juice.
You like tomato juice?
Not plain. I have to gussy it up.
Yeah.
I have to do like tomato juice, and I'll throw in some like lime juice and some pepper, maybe a little bit of celery, salt, maybe some Tabasco, and that's good. I will tell you what I did yesterday, and then we'll take a break. This is great. It was just my daughter and me at home, and I was reading this recipe with this blender I got. And I took 3 cans of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, and I threw them in the blender. And then like a half cup of milk, some red pepper, a little bit of garlic, black pepper, and a pinch of salt. And I put it on blend. And you leave it on blend for 5 minutes. And at the end of the 5 minutes, you take the lid off. It's steaming because it blends so fast that it heats it up into a soup. And we had grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese. Good. We had grilled cheese. I even put a little slice of ham on each one, a little lunch meat ham. Yeah, that little slice of lunch meat ham on my grilled cheese.
That's bad.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's how communism started. We'll take a break when we come back. Crosstalk with Alan Stiles. Oh, we're not getting okay. I didn't know if we were getting a ruling on that. That's good.
Yeah.
It's coming up next.
The Beam Team plays here.
How many times I seen that beam lit up when I was chilling at home? What's the significance of pushing this button? You know, like I said, when it solves off.
We live and breathe Sacramento Kings basketball.
Live and local with the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys.
This is your home for the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports 1140.
Black Friday savings on now on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Meta Chevy. With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates, every new 2025 half-ton LT, RST, LTZ, and High Country in stock at Meta Chevy. Meta Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Meta Chevy. Now that's big, huge. MetaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing, and other offers. Ends 12/1/24. Source internet search 11/2/24.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Carmichael Dave with a simple question. What are you thankful for this year? So many things to consider, but one thing we can all agree on is a well-running vehicle to get you where you need to go each and every day. Jiffy Lube would like to say thank you to all their customers this November. Whether a weekend road trip to Lake Tahoe or your daily commute to work, Jiffy Lube has you covered. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1984. Visit jiffylube.com today to find a location near you, generous oil change coupons, and more. Happy Thanksgiving and holiday driving from Jiffy Lube. Carmichael Dave here from my good friends at American Energy. Cool weather, if not cold weather, is in our future. You know that. It'll eventually get there, and American Energy wants to make sure your system is operating safely and properly. So now is the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection. That's regularly $119, but includes a full safety and duct inspection. And if your system's over 10 years old, it's free. The tune-up is on American Energy. Give them a call right now. They're offering $50 off your first recommended repair, or if you need a new furnace, that's half off the price of a new unit. American Energy been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You can check them out at the AEWay.com for an instant quote. That's the AEWay.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ros.
Hey-oh.
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 Hey. Hey, so officially, is this
You've been using that a lot.
Yeah, I had to scratch it back.
Okay.
And, I'm using it because, God, we should all have our own. Honestly, back scratchers are such an underrated thing. You're just hanging out. Yeah.
I got an itch.
Yeah.
Got a back scratcher.
Good morning, Alan. Missed you yesterday. You feeling better? Yes. You're a little under the weather.
Something's going around.
Yeah, something is going around.
Nate today. I'm like,
well, yeah, no, he
something's up with Nate every day.
If I get sick from Nate, I'm going to be very.
Is Nate sick?
I
He's
mean,
like, I might have strep throat.
Yeah, I just, you can't drop stuff like that.
Did he really say that?
Yes. When I walked in, he said it to me.
I might have strep throat.
Got to get tested.
Why is he here?
I mean,
I don't care.
He's a grinder.
I know why he's here, but why is he here? No.
I mean,
go away.
Play ball.
Don't have a lot of options.
We always have options. They may not be great options, but we always have options.
I appreciate the grind.
Didn't Kendrick Lamar say, I've got too many options? Didn't he say that?
Probably.
Song of the
I'll take
year?
your word for it.
Is that the song of the year?
Nate, turn on your mic.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, don't come in here.
Yeah, do not come in here.
Use your own mic flag.
The whole guy, aren't the guidelines the thing where it's like, if you're feeling headache,
That was years ago.
That's for,
chill.
Is that for this? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is that for the specific?
Well, it could be.
Corona,
He's not a doctor. It could be strep throat.
That's crazy.
It could be.
Chris is in there. I'm not.
Hey,
that's nuts.
Did you legit say I need to get tested for strep throat?
Yeah, I can't get tested till 2:50 today.
But why are you here?
It's kind of an important day for us.
You know what's an important day for me? The day that I don't get strep throat.
Dang, the thing is, I just don't really care about you.
Wow.
Say it with your chest or your throat.
I'm just saying. Hey, let me ask you something. Could somebody knowingly infecting you with strep throat be considered a hostile work environment?
Feels like it.
I feel like it is too.
Dang.
Yeah.
Fire me.
But what if you got it?
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't from Nate.
Well, how? I mean, that would be a total coincidence then. Oh, hey, I've got strep throat, and this guy happened to. Oh, you're saying like he tests and it's not strep throat, but then I get it.
No. I'm saying he has it.
Yeah,
but you can't
Oh,
necessarily.
how are you gonna know
prove it.
that? No, well, because he's here. You're not supposed to come in when you're not.
Should I go home?
I think you should. Here's why I think you should go home. I understand, but here's the thing. You know what? The only thing worse than is having a guy who's sick here. It's having 5 guys who are sick not here. Because you infected everybody on the floor. But what do I know? That's why I'm not in management.
Now here's a guy.
Here's a guy. You want to run the board?
Now here's a strep.
There's a.
You probably run the board before.
You've run a board.
Now here's a guy who hasn't run the board.
Whoa, fancy.
Wow.
Actually, who would be better at the board? I'm looking at you two.
I guarantee you it wouldn't be. Dude, Helen Keller would be better at the board.
But you know what? That's kind of on brand for me because all the years I played baseball, and I wasn't always a starter. It's not that type of flex. Can't do the book. I do not know how to do the book. I refuse to learn.
What book?
Scorebook.
Oh.
I don't know how to do the board.
You guys both know how to use a roadcaster, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's new.
Same thing.
That's new me.
There's no Zeta
I think
or
it's
whatever.
not showing skill in something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I never had to do it because I didn't know how
I've
to
seen
do
Jason run the board.
it. And I had to
Never.
pinch
I
run
grew
if
up
I was
on
on the
the board.
bench.
And I know how to do the book.
You do.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
2-1-3.
What do you think about people who just do the book? Can you
At the
explain
game,
that to me?
nah, I'm not that person.
Can you explain that? What do they do
guess-
with the book at home?
I don't know. That's interesting. Like they keep track of the scorebook of the game. And it's interesting. But
I
then
know
it's
what
like
they do with the book at all.
I've got.
Maybe
Hey,
they
look,
do, maybe they do.
this was that Tuesday game between the Nationals and the Giants. It's like,
One of the announcers for the Red Sox used to sell copies of his for like big games.
and people would buy it.
Like if there was like a no hitter or if there's like a
Actually,
big win.
I don't get it.
I do stats
Do you,
every game.
do you still have yours from the Stanford game?
Well, no, not if I'm doing like for G-Man tonight. I'll be doing stats. So
oh.
like if
Do you
it's
have
a
yours-
record-setting game, I could be like, who wants a copy of my stat page?
Yo, do you have your stats from LeBron's first game? I actually wonder what
Wait
that
a
would
minute.
go for.
LeBron's first game was against
In
the Kings.
at Arco Arena.
In Sacramento? Has
Wait,
anyone ever talked about
Did
this?
you see that clip where he blew by Dub Christie for the dunk?
He does not like you when you bring that up. I know from experience.
There is a game I actually did that where I kept I still have the notebook somewhere, and I had G-Man sign it. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't feel like it was as recent as the Kings Warriors play. Maybe it was the last game at Arco.
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but
G-Man, can I get your autograph, please?
that's live audio.
Kind
We
of
had
what he
it.
said.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow, I sounded
The
young.
Kings go to the Western Conference Finals, and you save that. Is that book worth
Is
anything?
anybody buying that, though? Seriously.
If they're
100%.
buying the Reds,
Yes.
100%.
What would be the selling point? We can sell it on the show.
But here's how it would work.
And
right?
share it amongst the
So
group.
like that book signed by G-Man, and we put it up for
I say
auction.
book, but it's literally like
Yeah.
a tablet, like a
Oh, not like an iPad?
No.
Okay.
a yellow tablet.
Yeah.
That just keeps it running stats.
But here's the thing, like that signed by G-Man and your handwritten stats, if we put that up for auction and it benefited a charity, I think we're at least in triple figures.
What if it didn't benefit a charity? So someone just wants it.
sell it.
Like, what's the point? I mean, what's the
Let's
price
check
point?
the chat line. Chat guys and gals, what would you pay for Jason Ross's handwritten stats. To what game? Do we know the game?
Well,
Last game
now
in
we're
Arco.
saying it's not that one. Let's say it's like a great win coming from whatever it is. Something
Like Bogdan
significance.
Bogdanovic over the Lakers.
Sure.
Or no, Kings over the Warriors last year.
Okay.
So his handwritten stats and assigned by the G-Man and Jason.
Like that first. What about games where something big happened? Like
when
Shohei's
Keegan went
first,
for 47 last year. Like
right?
That's a big game or whatever.
Yeah. Shohei's first game. Aaron Judge a couple years ago. I don't know. I still don't know what you do with it. I mean, you can't frame it because you can't see what happened.
Right.
It's a framed book.
You smell it. You sniff it.
Yeah.
What does it smell like? It smells like victory.
Anybody giving a price point?
So far, Family Schlegel said no thanks. Julie says it's priceless, Jason. Amid Rock said I'd pay $25 to $50.
What about for finals championship game 4? Kings sweep the Cavs
to win the championship.
So you're talking this season.
I'm going to tell you right now, if the Kings ever win a championship, I'm the guy that will buy up all of that stuff and just I want you come to me. I will buy it all up. I will buy every stupid thing. I want somebody's parking pass. I want the
piece of confetti.
Yeah, some of the confetti. I want the baby powder that was poofed out at halftime when they chalk up their things.
You want the winning baby from the baby races?
I want I want to own the winning baby.
The media meal. You just keep the media meal forever.
And like glass. Yeah, like when you go to a diner and they have the pie that's been there.
Rock hard.
Well, the media meal. Yes. I want one of the towels used in the shower. I want it all.
Do they still do programs?
I don't think so. You know what they do though?
Whoa.
Celebrity birthdays. Wow,
it's
really?
a short list today.
Celebrity strep day.
Yeah, I just looked up and it was 9:50 and now it's 9:54. Okay, Jason Ros.
All right, we've got 3. We can get all these. All right, let's see how you guys do. Happy birthday on this November 13th. Brought to you by Crumbl Cookies, as you said. Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel is 55.
Jimmy Kimmel is 57.
54.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Stiles, 57 for Jim. Jim Kimmel? James Kimmel.
Kimmy Jimmel.
Happy birthday to Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg is 74.
Sister Act.
Sister Act 2.
I didn't do the bit because I said the right movie, but I don't know. I don't know.
Is there a brother at?
70? Even on the nose?
Just the nose?
73.
Alan Stiles, 69. Closest.
Really?
So he's got 2. Can he get all 3? Meta. World. Peace!
I think he changed his name again.
It is. It's
Is that
like
the
Standard
Pandas something? Or,
Did you say Panda?
Yeah. He was the Panda's friend for a while.
No, he wasn't.
I swear to God. Ron Artest was the Panda's friend. That was one of his first name changes. I promise you. Look it up. Ron is, I should know this. Ron is 42?
No, I think he's a little older, right?
Way older.
Yeah, 46.
I'm going to say 48.
Alan Stiles. Perfect day. 45. Yeah.
All right, that's it.
The Panda's friend?
Yeah, it was the Panda's friend.
Yeah, I don't recall that one.
We will see y'all tomorrow. Alan Style next for Christopher Ludd, for Kayte Christensen, for Jason Ros, for Coach Tim Plow.
Yeah.
Light the beam tonight, Kings. Prove me wrong. Bye-bye now.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ros, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive